playoffs. Download Prize Picks and use code PRIMETIME and get $50 bonus credit instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Michael, how are you?
I'm good, my friend. Just excited for some NFL playoff football, and we've got some good ones today.
All right, we do. And in this game, it's interesting because you look at what the trends are for these two teams. You look at what happened when they faced one another. What are some of the prize picks that you like for this one?
I know people may forget that actually Carolina beat the Rams earlier in the season, but I'm going to start off with Bryce Young, more than half a touchdown pass. Now, I would have gone to more than 1.5 touchdown passes, but this is a gremlin play over on Prize Picks. It's easier to win. There's a bit of a lower payout, but Young has had at least one touchdown pass in 6 of his last 7 games. He's had multiple touchdown passes in 4 of those games, and the Rams have allowed at least 2 touchdown passes in 5 of their last 6 games. 13 touchdown passes allowed total during that time. Rico Dowdle, more than 14.5 receiving yards. He's had more than that total in 5 of his last 7 games. And the Rams have allowed 15 receiving yards to running backs 18 times this year. And during the regular season, they allowed the 5th most receiving yards to running backs. And I'm going to stay on that theme and go with Chuba Hubbard, more than 9.5 receiving yards. Part of this, Scott, is because I feel like we may have a negative game script here with Carolina where they have to throw the football. Again, the Rams have allowed at least 10 receiving yards to running backs 20 times this season. So I like both of those plays. And then finally, we're going to go with Blake Corum, more than 43.5 rushing yards. Now, he's rushed for more than 43.5 yards in 5 of his last 6 games. But if you remember, the only game where he didn't have more than that total was that Atlanta game on Monday night where he got hurt. And he only played 16 snaps. So he wasn't going to get there. He has gotten there in every other game in his last 6. The Panthers have allowed the 8th most rushing yards and 4.6 yards per rush to running backs. And Corum had 81 rushing yards against them back in Week 13. So Blake Corum, more than 43.5 rushing yards.
Rams are hoping to be able to run the ball today with Kyren Williams and Blake Corum. Thanks so much, Mike. We appreciate it, and we will talk to you again soon.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Coming up next, we're going to get you one step closer to kickoff time. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time or trying something new can be hard, but in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With playoff matchups every weekend and hoops action almost every single night, it never stops. Start the new year right with Prize Picks by getting $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Simply pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and submit your lineup. Prize Picks has early payouts too. You now have the option to cash out of those lineups before the game even finishes. You can also copy lineups with one click with the new social feed feature. Don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today, use the code PRIMETIME, and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm opening a second location for my coffee shop this year.
I smell trouble brewing.
I needed to print new menus, loyalty cards, window signage, so I went to Staples.
That'll cost you a latte. Get it?
Uh-huh. Actually, I saved $100 on my print order, and everything looks amazing.
They'll grind my beans and call me impressed.
Archives for another classic call. Sponsored by Straight Talk.
The Panthers now 3rd and 14 from their 31. Here's Delhomme back to throw. He fires. Beautiful catch made by Smith. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. It's all over.
This stream is sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
America Stadium. The drum says keep pounding. It was a mantra of Sam Mills when he was dealing with cancer, the linebacker from that very first playoff team. Year 2 of the Carolina Panthers, the great Dome Patrol linebacker Sam Mills, who we lost thereafter. But that has been the mantra of this organization for 3 decades now. And at 8-9, it's their only choice.
And this stadium is packed to the gills with fans that are thirsting for that opportunity. They have the good vibes you talked about from that Week 13 victory, trying to duplicate that here to open up the playoffs.
Ethan Evans has the ball teed up on the left side 35, but the wind just blew it over. And so we'll have to wait another 20 seconds for the playoffs to start. We waited 18 weeks. We might as well wait another 20 seconds. They're going to actually have to call over a holder, and it's the kicker, Harrison Mevis. All 6 foot 245 of them came sprinting over. They call him the thicker kicker, and he's going to be the guy to provide the bulwark against the wind. On the opening kickoff, Evans chips it far side to the right, and it's caught at the 15 by ETN. Straight up the field 30. Angling left 35, and he's down at the 36-yard line. It's a return of 21 for ETN, and Bryce Young gets the ball first. Just a couple of years ago, he was the number 1 overall pick. That same season, he was in the college football playoff title game. This is his biggest moment on the NFL stage, Ryan.
Definitely his biggest moment. He's been working his entire career. He was the number 1 player coming out of high school. Again, the Heisman Trophy winner. All of those things have prepared him for that. The addition of Robert Hunt coming back to play guard is going to be so beneficial to him in this offensive line for this game.
He had a biceps tear in week 2. He's at right guard today from the 36. Young, arms outstretched like a 747, changing the play. He waves Coker to motion left to right. Snap and a handoff. Opening play, handoff to Dowdle, and he crashes forward for a yard. Rico Dowdle, who had a massive mid-season but has wound down some since on the opening touch gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say necessarily wound down so much as Chuba Hubbard just kind of came on for them, and that's great. You have 2 really good running backs that you can go to. Chuba was big in that Week 13 win against the Rams, and we'll be expecting many things from him as well out of the backfield in this game.
They just brought Bryson Tremaine out of the ball game. Xavier Legette checks in. He's wide to the left. Trips to the left, including the tight end, who will now motion. That is Tremble attached to the formation. Snap to Young, looking left. He'll throw to the left side, and it's incomplete. He wanted Legette. The coverage by Kobe Durant, who was draped on him, but evidently right on time. It's 3rd and 9, 46 seconds in.
What was really good to see there was that the offensive line was tremendous in his protection, but I think he tried to will this throw to Legette with 2 open receivers on the inside and the outside. The fan base certainly wanted an interference call there. That's a big play on 2nd down.
Instead, it's 3rd and 9 from the 37-yard line for the Panthers, the least penalized defense in the league, Los Angeles. Young out of the shotgun, takes the snap in his black cleats, looks to the left toward 3 receivers, and he finds it to Legette at the 40, who is down on the ground. He steps back up, and he drives forward very close to the line to gain at the 45-yard line. He's down there. He's going to be about a yard short of the line to gain. Cam Kinchins with the tackle. 4th down and 1 for Carolina. They were 3 for 3 in the first meeting on 4th down.
2 of which went for touchdowns as well. So not only are they just trying to get the first down, they've been aggressive. They've gone for 4th down more than any team in the league this year.
They bring in 3 tight ends, Mitchell, Evans, and Tremble. The lone setback is Chuba Hubbard. One of the tight ends back there in a broken I formation. Snap to Young. He's going to throw. He rolls to his right, chased by Young. Bryce Young to his right, throwing, and that is incomplete. He wanted Mitchell on the sideline, but Byron Young was breathing down his neck. Quentin Lake just back on the coverage. It's a turnover on downs. 1 minute and 34 seconds in.
The thought there for me is if you're going to run the football and be aggressive in the game before, that's exactly what the Rams are going to look for. And sure enough, they went to a deep pass instead of running the football and completely covered up as they turn it over on downs.
They averaged the Rams did, 7 yards a carry in that first meeting. Let's see if they take a shot or if they lean on that run game. Kyren Williams, the tailback, snap to Stafford. The MVP candidate loads a time in the pocket. He flares it down the middle, has a catch for Nacua right at the numbers 30-yard line, and Puka Nacua ground down after a gain of 16. It's a first down, Rams.
The two biggest things I've noticed in the first two series for both teams is the protection has been out of this world. Matthew Stafford lit up a cigarette, sat back there, got on a horse, and decided to let it go after the fact. I mean, that was a long time. The pass rush has to get in his face and move him up the spot. If he doesn't, he's going to have all day to throw the football to his two big receivers.
3 tight ends here on first down. Snapping a handoff, Kyren Williams, who hops into his run at the 25 and leans forward down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on first down for the gold shoes of Kyren Williams. Second down coming up, about 2.5 into this first quarter. No score.
They were so dominant in the running game in that last matchup. The offensive line felt like they could really deliver the blow. The biggest difference was the turnovers that ultimately cost him the game.
3 tight ends again, single setback. Nacua attached to the formation left. They'll motion him right. Snap, play action, roll to the right, throw it. Nacua caught 25, outside the numbers 20. He whirls to the 15, and he's down there. It was basically modified orbit motion there for Nacua in front of the quarterback, Matthew Stafford. They get 9, and the stop for Nick Scott, the former Ram. 3 minutes in, the Rams are driving.
This is something they've been doing over the last few weeks. When they bring in that big personnel and only leave Puka Nacua in there in the formation, it's essentially a handoff to him, just on the perimeter. Great job of getting the big guy the ball in space and then letting him pick up the first down.
They'll go trips to the left this time. It's first down and 10 to the 15. Snap to Stafford. He looks left. He whistles it right. Down the seam. It's a touchdown, Nacua. Wide open. Right down the hash mark. And the Rams strike first at 11:35 in the first, a 14-yard score. And the visitors are on the board in a heartbeat.
Something they must have seen in film all week long. This time they line Puka Nacua up in the backfield, and all he does is pretty much run a post up against a linebacker, gets in front of the safety, and it may have been one of the easiest touchdown passes of Matthew Stafford's career.
Yeah, nobody home. Nick Scott was a couple yards back. Now Mevis on for the extra point. Snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is on the way, and he remains perfect in point afters in his NFL career. Man, just like that, in a snap. The Rams have taken the lead 7-0 over the Panthers after the turnover on downs. 11:35 to go in the first. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
A Mochi moment from Sadie, who writes, I'm not crying, you're crying. This is what I said during my first appointment with my physician at Mochi, because I didn't have to convince him I needed a GLP-1. He understood, and I felt supported, not judged. I came for the weight loss and stayed for the empathy. Thanks, Sadie. I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Sadie is a Mochi member compensated for her story.
Early birds always rise to the occasion for summer vacation planning because early gets you closer to the action. So don't be late. Book your next vacation early on Vrbo and save over $530 on week-long stays. Average savings $550. Select homes only. Minimum 7-day stay required.
Too fast, Trevor, too fast!
Here at the Zebra, research shows people would rather teach their kids to drive than search for auto and home insurance.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Or attend a corporate team building workshop.
Go team, feel that synergy.
Or be regaled by Uncle Frank's conspiracy theories.
They're listening to us right now.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Shh, they're here.
Check the drive summary sponsored by IHOP. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP value menu available every day at IHOP, $7 in some locations. Puka Nacua puts 6 on the board, the league's leading receiver. Caps off a 4-play, 45-yard drive at $151. Matthew Stafford with a touchdown pass to Puka Nacua. 11:35 to go first quarter. The Panthers gave it up on a turnover on downs. Into the wind, they threw it on 4th down and 1, and we'll see what they have to drum up this time. Again, the holder is called out. Nevis to hold for Evans with that wind howling, although it's supposed to subside as the game goes on. It's a low line drive kick that's down at the 10. It goes rolling till he get up the numbers 15. He breaks outside and gets tripped up at the 20-yard line by Hunter. It's a return of 16. And so Carolina will have it. It's a curious decision, Ryan, to throw it into the wind on a 4th down and 1 when you ran it 40 times a season high in the first meeting.
And the point I was making a little earlier was they were so aggressive in the first outing, like tendency-wise, you would think they were going to try to play action it there when they put Chuba Hubbard in the game for that particular reason to try to run it. It didn't work. If it would have, we would have had a much different conversation.
They'll go out of the shotgun here in motion. Jimmy Horn Jr. left to right. McMillan alone to the left. Snap to Young. He'll throw it over the middle, and he's got it across the 25 to the 27. It's Jalen Coker, a gain of 7. He was a big add to this offense about halfway through the year as production has started to climb.
Well, it really has. He's gone to be wide receiver 2 behind Tet McMillan. That was Xavier Legette's spot, and it's really been taken over. Now, listen, they're all giant wide receivers. It's not like, it's some guy that stepped in. He's 6'3" and 210 pounds.
That's right. Snap, handoff, counter action. Hubbard running inside left, and he chops his steps leaning across the 30 to the 32. He's tripped up there, but a first down. Cam Curl with the stop. The safety, 6th-year man out of Arkansas, gain of 5.
Would have been a nice play on 4th down previously. That was a pretty simple counter run. Just do the things you need to, but you never quite know what pressure and things will do. This is Dave Canales' first playoff game as a head coach. All of those things are a part of preparing and making your play calls in a game like this.
Ball hash mark left. They'll motion McMillan right to left. First down and 10 at the 32. Snap to Young. He scans. He throws over the middle. Caught by Hubbard. Breaking off to the right across the 35 and down at the arrow at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, maybe 6 on first down. Nate Landman, the linebacker, born in Zimbabwe, makes the stop. It's 2nd down and 4. File any tax situation with Tax Slayer Classic for just $22.99. But don't wait. Offer ends February 8th. Head to taxslayer.com today. Panthers do go empty quite a bit. They'll do it here out of the shotgun. 2nd and 4. Snap to Young. He tries to get out of a crumbling pocket. A flag comes in, and he goes down at the 32-yard line. It's a sack by Fisk, Braden Fisk. If it stands, it's a loss of 6.
Holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Cleet Blakeman is our referee, and Ikem Ekwonu, the left tackle, is down. The former first-round pick of the Panthers in 22. 15 starts at left tackle, and he is down. They're going to decline that penalty. Cleet Blakeman initially said they're going to accept it and set up 2nd down and outside of Mecklenburg County. Instead, it'll be 3rd down and long. And we will step aside. 9:49 to go, quarter number 1 here in Charlotte. 7-0 Los Angeles over the Panthers. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at the Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
The NFL playoffs are here, and it all starts with Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon.
Man, it all comes down to this.
12 teams, 6 games, 3 days, and 1 epic weekend.
My goodness!
It's win or go home, and every moment counts on the road to Super Bowl 60.
It's a touchdown!
Wild Card Weekend powered by Verizon. Today through Monday. Visit watch.nfl.com for the full schedule.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600-plus miles of range. Is it the driver behind the wheel? What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. That's 562-314-4603.
Jason Benetti, Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Charlotte, North Carolina. At work, every day is game day. Give your crew an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call. Click Grainger.com or just stop by. 7-0 Rams over the Panthers. 9:49 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 9, and the Panthers with the new left tackle, Yosh Nijman, in for the injured Ekwonu, facing the best 3rd and long pressure team in the NFL. On the shotgun empty, Ryan. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Snap will come from the 33. Snap to Young. He's back in 4. Young is after him. It's a lob left side. Down the sideline. Incomplete for McMillan. He did have a step on Forbes, who got beat on both of those 4th down touchdowns in the first meeting. Instead, it's 4th down.
They try a double move, and Forbes does get beat, and the ball has a chance if Tet was able to run it down. Safety's too late to get over to the sideline, and once again, Carolina's going to give the ball back to this monster of an offense in the Los Angeles Rams.
Sam Martin will punt it away, the Georgia native. His playoff debut was a long while ago, back in 2014. Matthew Stafford was his quarterback at the time with Detroit. Punt will come the 23, and he flies it in the air deep to the far side right. Smith back to the 10, over the shoulder catch, and he goes down there at the 6-yard line. Oh my goodness gracious, what a beautiful kick. And Isaiah Simmons chases it all the way down to finish the deal. 56 yards of breathtaking beauty.
Isaiah Simmons is a speedster, linebacker out of Clemson, 1st-round draft pick, and now playing on special teams. Doesn't allow that to affect him at all. He goes down after a bomb, and that's what was needed. It got the crowd back into it. They're lively here to set up the second drive, backed up for the Rams.
They are wired. You're absolutely right. Call scrimmage, the 7-yard line. Blake Corum, the single setback. Nakua tight to the formation with his white shoes on the 5. Snap to Stafford. It's a handoff right side to Corum. The former Michigan Wolverine is battling to the 10-yard line. He's thrown back at the 11 by Derek Brown, who finally gets a taste of the postseason in year number 6 with Carolina. Call it 3.5 on a 1st down run at 9:09 in the first quarter.
And still, that was maybe the best defensive stop on any running play that I've seen against this Rams team, really, and they still picked up about 4 yards on 1st down.
As Ekwonu goes to the locker room on the cart, kind of a macabre scene. The fans are riled up for defense. Trips left, 1 to the right side. Colby Parkinson. Snap to Stafford from the 11. He'll throw it short left. It's a catch there and a dodge by Nakua up the numbers 20, and he goes whirling down at the 24. It's a gain of 12. DJ Wanham with the stop, but Puka Nakua yards after the catch. He is so tough, Ryan.
As our colleague Kurt Warner always says, have a pressure plan. Yeah. And that was exactly that. Puka Nakua evaded his route that he was probably going to roll. Saw the blitz come off his face, just set up in that zone that was vacated, and Matthew Stafford put it right on him. He did the rest.
1st down and 10 Rams. Ball hash mark left at the 23. Corum the setback. Devontae Adams wide to the left. Stafford hunches under the center. Shelton, motion right to left, snap and a handoff. Corum running inside left. And he crashes all the way down at the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. Both of these teams have run games that are top 10 in yards before contact, and we certainly saw it that time.
Well, we've seen it with the surge from both offensive lines in this matchup. And to your point, no one's touching Kyron Williams or Blake Corum until they're almost 5 yards down the field. And that just makes things so much simpler for Sean McVay to call plays and Matthew Stafford to execute them.
Right to left, they'll motion Mumfield. Ball at the 29, snap to Stafford, stretch play left. It's Corum again grinding forward to the 31-yard line. He's down there. It's a gain of 3. Call it 3rd down and a couple. 3rd and 2. A'Shawn Robinson, the stop. 7:06 to go, first quarter, and the Rams have a key 3rd down coming up. Panthers trying to flip this field.
The way the Panthers play their defense, and they play more zone coverage than anybody. And when you do that, you're catching a lot. And that's what it seems like early in this football game. They're catching that running back. They need a big stop. They need to get some penetration and get into the backfield.
Nick Scorton standing up at the line at the near side of the line. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Stafford changes the play. Hand to his head. Stafford under center, takes the snap, handoff, Corum running inside left. He's pulled back. They didn't catch him this time. They yanked him backward. It's a loss of 1. And the Panthers get a stop. Claudin Cherilus was in there first. And it's 4th down at 6:17 in the first. And here comes the punt team. Man, Ryan, exactly what you said didn't happen that time.
Yeah, they did a great job of getting penetration. You talked about Cherilus, and that DJ Wanham was the one that kind of came over the top to make sure he didn't lean forward or fall forward with his offensive line, giving him a push. Huge stop. It all stemmed from that punt and backing them up to start this drive.
So ETN back to receive. This place is totally wired now. He's back at the 16. The punt comes from Evans, and it goes flying to the 30 and the 26 and rolling all the way down inside the 20-yard line and out of bounds. So Ethan Evans puts his 21st inside the 20 this year, and the Panthers will get it back after a stop, a much-needed one on a 41-yard punt. 5:43 to go. Quarter number 1 under a lead pipe sky in Charlotte. 7-0. The Rams over the Panthers. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file with 100% accuracy for your maximum refund. Guaranteed. Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans if you have any questions along the way. File your federal return by February 8th for $22.99, and I'll help you get the refund you deserve. Take it from me, a talking calculator speaking to you through the speakers of wherever you are. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Time now for our fact of the game, sponsored by Liberty Mutual.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Today's fact, the Panthers minus 69-point differential this year is the 4th worst in NFL history by any team that made the playoffs. But each of the 3 worst teams, the 2010 Seahawks, the 2011 Broncos, the 2004 Rams, all won their respective wild card games. That was Super Tebow back in 2011. A bonus fact that I've been handed, the Rams 172 in the positive point differential, second in the NFL. It's a 241-point difference, the largest in any wild card matchup ever. So you can tell that to all your friends at the cocktail party when you see them coming up over the weekend. First down for Carolina, 1st and 10 at their own 19. Ball nosing up to the hash mark left. Under center, Young takes the snap, shows play action, and immediately is crunched. Poona Ford demolished him. It's a loss of 10.
They let Poona Ford go, and he was not fooled by the play fake from Bryce Young. Instead, he just follows the pulling tight end and comes off him, and there's nothing that Bryce Young can do. He just gets engulfed by the giant Ford as he brings him to the ground.
You think the point differential is big. The size differential of 110 pounds certainly is a thing as well. Call it 2nd down and 19. Young out of the shotgun. It's an empty formation. Dowdle part of the trips left. Snap to Young, fading back toward the end zone. He gets hit again, and he releases to the far side for Tommy Tremble, who shakes all the way down across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, much needed, but Bryce Young got eviscerated again.
That's a great vocabulary word, because that's exactly what happened. His body almost caved in half, but he got it out, and he got it to Tremble, who picked up big yardage, a lot of that tackle for lost yardage. Now this makes for a little bit more of a manageable 3rd down situation. They just can't afford to put their defense back out there after they got a big stop for him.
Teteroa McMillan wide to the right. The Rams are well off the line with him. It's a 3rd down and 8. Hubbard the tailback. Twins left, 2 to the right. 3 down linemen for the Rams. Jared Verse with wide splits. Snap on a 4-man rush. Young throws left. He's got it to Coker. It's a 1st down across the 30-yard line. Gain of 11. Just a short set and a quick hitter. And a 1st down for Young to Coker at 4:05 in the 1st.
Yeah, you're right. A quick set by the quarterback. They brought a looping linebacker all the way around, which gave him a little bit of a time to allow Coker to set his feet, get an open space there, and he put it right on the money to pick up the 1st down.
They haven't totally junked the run game, but this drive has been all pass so far. Dowdle the lone setback, scrimmage at the 32. Young under center, and he stands up to change his play. Again, the arms horizontal, wide of his body in that black jersey. He's under center, Landman up at the line. Snap, play action. Roll to the right for Young. He fakes a pass. He's at the 30, and then he throws it out of bounds, just benches it. Byron Young was again breathing down his neck. And it's 2nd down and 10, 3:28 in the 1st, and we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 16. Carolina 2nd down and 10, ball at the 32. They'll work out of the shotgun and motion horn right to left, orbit motion in his aqua shoes, and the snap and the handoff goes straight up ahead for Etienne, who jukes to the 35-yard line on a gain of 3, just the rookie's 21st carry of the year, and it's 3rd down and 7 with 3:15 in the 1st. And there's an injured player down for the Rams on that tackle. It's Witherspoon. Akello Witherspoon, the 9th-year man out of Colorado in his 3rd season with the Rams. A California native is down prone, face down at the 35 on the near side.
He was the one that was the last man standing to make the tackle, too. He was the one in the gap that ultimately took the beating when the running back came through there.
They'll help him to his feet and usher him toward the far sideline. And we'll step aside. Our score, 7-0 Los Angeles over Carolina in the NFC's 4-5 game. 3:12 in the 1st. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The NFL playoffs are here, and Wild Card Weekend, powered by Verizon, is in full swing. The stakes are high, hopes are higher, everything on the line. Wild Card Weekend, powered by Verizon through Monday. Visit watch.nfl.com for full schedule. 4th third down for the Panthers. They've all been 7 or more. This one 3rd and 7 to the right. Ball hash mark left. The left guard stands up, Lewis does, to wave to the right side, snap to Young. Here comes Byron Young to his left shoulder. The throw to the right side is caught right near the line to gain at the 42. Tremble elbows out. He does have the first down, muscling his way forward. Gain of 7. It's like a spiked bowling ball watching him run.
I mean, he got to the line to gain, and he just kept those legs churning. You had 2 Los Angeles Rams on both sides, almost like a bouncer in a club trying to carry him out of the club, and he wasn't letting it happen.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
He wasn't letting it happen. He carried him for a huge first down pickup.
First of all, never been there. Second of all, they just would throw me out anyway, just chuck me all in midair. First down from the 43, snap to Young, he'll throw it, McMillan caught 50, on an angle to the 45 in plus territory. First down for Tenaroa McMillan, those long, loping strides for 13 at 2:05 in the first.
You know, one of the biggest things when it comes to this quarterback's generation is their ability to ball handle in the gun when there's run-pass option, and this is exactly what it was. It's a run-pass, he pulls it the last second, and when that linebacker came in to make the tackle, he dumps it over the top, those long arms of McMillan for another first down.
Panthers are 8th in the league in RPO run-pass option. They also like the pistol, which they'll do here on first down and 10. Dowdle the tailback, 1:37 to go in the first. Motion for Mitchell, Evans left to right, joining James Mitchell as the tight end of the backfield in a broken eye pistol sort of formation. On a first down and 10, they'll move Dowdle to the right of Young, who takes a waist-high snap. He cocks the arm, he steps up, now he fires. It's tipped and intercepted by Kobe Durant at the 27, and he tiptoes out of bounds all the way across the 35-yard line. It's an interception, and a marker comes in late at the 40 as well. It was a tipped ball and picked off by Durant, who had a pick 6 in week 12. Bryce Young turns it over.
He's looking for Coker over the middle. He steps up in the pocket, and then what happens is Coker just stops running. And he's got a miscommunication with...
Roughness. Carolina, number 84. The 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Los Angeles.
Just a miscommunication with Bryce Young. Coker, if he keeps running across the field, the ball's perfectly thrown to him. Or vice versa. He puts it on the body of Coker right over the middle. It's another big pickup. But a miscommunication there costs him as the ball gets tipped and a turnover happens.
And already Quentin Lake becomes a part of this. Carnell Lake's son, Carnell, who went to the Super Bowl with the Steelers back in the 90s, got a hand on that ball to create the first pick in 2 games for Bryce Young against the Rams this year. As they're in plus territory, the ball inching up to the 48, first down and 10. In motion, the tight end, Davis Allen, snapping a handoff. Williams running inside left, surging to the 40-yard line as he turns his back into Trayvon Merrick, the run-stopping safety who didn't play in the first game. Gain of 8, second and 2.
Bobby Brown, their defensive tackle, he runs onto the field late. They only had 10 on the field. He gets into position fast enough, but the defensive line was not gap sound. And sure enough, Kyron Williams finds that open gap and explodes through it for a 9-yard pickup.
They just made another substitution. Shaw Smith-Wade is on for the linebacker, Trevis Gibson. It's 2nd down and 2. Single setback again is Williams. Snap, play action under center for Stafford. He'll lob a screen, caught one-handed by Parkinson. Up to 35-30, outside the hash marks, and he crashes down for a gain of 14 at the 25-yard line. The former Ram, Christian Roseboom, with the stop. But there's that screen game we saw a bunch of in the first meeting.
Well, they're really good at the screen game. It's a big part of it, especially when they get in the personnel groupings using those tight ends with Puka Nacua in the backfield even. This time, he puts it out to Parkinson, who one hand grabs it and then has just a convoy of offensive linemen to clear the route.
Nacua-like on the one-hand catch. 5 seconds to go, first quarter. Under center, ball at the 26. Clock ticking down to 1 and then down to 0, and that will be it. The Rams will go right to left in the second quarter, trying to add to this lead. They'll get the ball out of halftime. This is an enormous opportunity for the Rams to take a bigger lead against a bend but don't break defense.
Now this is a situation too where your defense gets a stop. You can't turn the ball over like they have twice in the first quarter.
Absolutely. End of the first quarter. The score is 7-0 Los Angeles over Carolina on a Puka Nacua touchdown. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service,
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply by February 11th and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
The NFL playoffs are here, and now is the time to rep your team. NFL jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more are waiting for you at NFLshop.com. Gear up, get ready for the playoffs. The Rams are first down and 10 at the 26 in Panther territory. Lone setback is Kyron Williams. 3 tight ends in. They'll motion Allen right to left. Snapping a handoff, Williams hopping to the right across the 20-yard line, and he leans and drives for 7 down to the 19. It'll be second down. The idea of drafting Blake Corum was to make sure Kyron Williams was fresher for the playoffs, for games like this. He was on the field for 81% of their snaps last year, Ryan.
The impressive nature of how Les Snead has drafted, how they've gone about their development process with these players. Sean McVay has a really good idea of what players he needs to be valuable in his offense. Blake Corum certainly one of them.
3 tight ends left. Now they'll snap Higbee to the right. Devontae Adams wide right against J.C. Horn. Snap and a handoff, 2nd and 3. And a jog to the right for Kyron Williams. Ends up at the 17. Give him 2 yards. Bobby Brown the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 1 at 14:08 in the second quarter. 7-0 Rams. The Panthers are very good at slowing drives down in the red zone.
Yeah, the point of attack with Bobby Brown was big there, but Mike Jackson, he was at the corner position on the backside. He kind of came down the line of scrimmage and contained that and allowed it to be funneled in and fall short of that first down.
He had a pick six in that first meeting, Jackson did. Stafford working out of the shotgun. 3rd and 1 from the 17. He's perfect so far. He'll throw it, rip it left side, and he's got a completion. Nakua dumped down at the 10 by Christian Roseboom. Head over heels, give him 7 yards. First down and goal for Los Angeles.
I mean, scheme-wise, you licking your lips if you're Matthew Stafford and you see Puka Nakua on a linebacker and he just runs away from him. That simple pitch and catch. I mean, now it's twice now Sean McVay has drawn up a pass play where he schemed it, where Puka has been up against nobody who can really cover him. And that's saying a lot. There's not a lot of people that can cover him.
This is Devontae Adams territory. Nakua dangerous as well, snapping a handoff outside right for Kyron Williams, who's on the gas pedal, and he leans into 3 black jerseys. He picks up half of it. 2nd and goal from the 5 coming up. But you have Devontae Adams, who missed 3 games and still is the receiving touchdown leader in the NFL because he grew up playing basketball. This is the type of spot where he's enormous.
He's got more touchdown passes inside the 5-yard line this year than I've ever seen before, and it's simply because Sean McVay trusts Matthew Stafford. He gives him those run-pass options where he can just lift up and throw it to Devontae Adams near the goal line.
He'll break the huddle far side right, matched up with J.C. Horn. 2 to the left, motion right to left for Parkinson. Snap, throw it out wide left, caught by Nakua. He sneaks inside and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. He slithered through 2 Panthers. A stop on a dime into the end zone on a jagged cut, and Nakua has touchdown number 2, and the Rams take a 13-0 lead at 12:16 to go in the second quarter in quiet Charlotte.
It quieted very, very quickly, and there's just something about 12, his ability to not go down with first contact. I mean, there are multiple opportunities to have him down for a loss, and instead he bucks 2 Panthers and gets himself into the end zone.
Matthew Stafford, Ryan, is 7 for 7. 6 of those to Puka Nakua. The extra point fades a little bit, but tucked in inside the right upright for Mevis. And the Rams, who've gotten a couple of turnovers on downs and then a turnover on the interception as well, have taken a 2-score lead. 14-0 Los Angeles in the road royal blue and white and gold. Nothing for the Panthers at 12:16 to go in the first half. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Next summer, the world's biggest tournament comes to America. But long before first kick, the real work happens at home, where families are gearing up for game day. From the locker room to the laundry room, Henkel's trusted brands are fueling performance, strengthening bonds, and celebrating every clean sheet, every bold style, every repaired cleat, and every unstoppable moment. Because the game may be played on the field, but it's won in the everyday. Winning starts at home with Henkel's family of brands, including Persil laundry detergent, Got To Be hair care products, Dial soap, and Loctite adhesives. Proud partners of U.S. Soccer.
Prime one-day delivery's fast. How fast we talking? We're talking yoga mats and fitness trackers delivered so fast you can kick off your routine tomorrow fast. We're talking weights at your door without really waiting fast. Water bottles and hydration backpacks fast and fast. Resistance bands faster than you could say feel the burn fast. More jump ropes just a hop, skip, and a jump away, aka fast. Whew, that was actually a good workout fast. Fast one-day delivery for all things fitness. It's on Prime.
14-0 Rams over the Panthers. We check the drive summary sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. Now taxes can be done by a trusted expert who takes care of everything. Now this is taxes. Call it a 5-yard touchdown run. It was basically a horizontal throw, but it's a run for Nakua into the end zone. 7 plays, 48 yards. 4:01 on the drive off the interception from Bryce Young, and the kickoff is a touchback for Ethan Evans. That has been a thing for the Rams until Evans became the kickoff guy. That's just his 5th touchback, as the Panthers will get good field position from the 35. That's a no-no in the NFL these days. That touchback is really painful.
And it surprises me so much when it happens over and over. You really look at the kicker, and your special teams coach immediately says, what's going on here? We have to figure out something better, because you don't want to give this Carolina Panthers team any leeway here or let them back in the game.
Short side left here on a 1st and 10 from the 35, trying to get back in the game, as you said. Snapping a handoff, Hubbard jockeying straight ahead inside left, and he'll lean forward for 3 to the 38. The guy that spat out of the pile was Desjuan Johnson. Came tumbling out like he was a Hollywood stuntman, the defensive lineman for Los Angeles. Call it 2nd down and 7 at 11:58 to go in the first half. 14-0 Rams.
It's hard to then try to establish the run being down 14 points, but it's something they need to do. There's a lot of time in this game left. You can't forget that as an offensive play caller when you run the ball so well this year, in particular against this Rams team.
Call it 2nd and 7. They're out of a shotgun formation. Tremble slot right. It's a snap that Young wasn't ready for. He's chased in the pocket, rolling left in the 30. He'll snap off a throw far side, and a jumping grab by Coker, who's dumped out of bounds. He came back for the football in Rams territory, and he high-pointed it for a gain of 14.
Yeah, you were exactly right. Not ready for the snap. He almost catches it with his inner thighs, and then he spins out of a tackle, runs away from a defender, and then puts the ball in a not quite too accurate spot, but Coker goes up in the air, reaches back, pulls it in near the sideline for a big pickup.
Poona Ford was chug-a-lugging after him again, straight up that A-gap. 1st down and 10 from the 47 in Rams territory for Carolina. Young straightens out to change the play call. Mitchell Evans to his left, Tremble to the right, snap, play action fake, rolling to the right for Young. He steps, he fires, near side, comeback route again, caught by McMillan at the 35. And he tiptoes out of bounds at the 33. So the Panthers are cooking. It's a gain of 13. Called it 14. Durant ushered him out of bounds, but Teteroa McMillan showing that wavy body control.
Full 8-man protection there. 2-man route, so you had McMillan and Coker coming over the middle. Both ended up.
1st round pick out of Arizona, who is so lanky and athletic, former volleyball player. 1st down and 10 at the 33 in Rams territory. Snap, play action for Hubbard. Young back in 5. He steps up. He fires down the middle. It's a bullseye again to the 11-yard line for McMillan, who crumples down after a gain of 23. And this crowd rises. The towels are out and whipping around cyclonically. Best drive for the Panthers so far at 10:05 in the first half.
It's a good response. Surprised they haven't tried to run the ball more, but a play action there this time allows McMillan to come over the middle right in front of the safety, and he puts it in a low arcing throw so he could go down and get it and not take any punishment.
McMillan is wide left. There's press coverage on him from Kobe Durant at the 10-yard line. 1st down and 10. There's a 1st down at the 1. Snap handoff. Hubbard rummaging left. Breaks a tackle and crashes forward down to the 3-yard line. He was chopped down finally, but Nate Landman saved a touchdown. Curl was in there as well. It's 2nd down and 3, and they're saying chew for the all-time Canadian-born leading rusher in the NFL, Chuba Hubbard.
You're right. Cam Curl was the guy in the gap that was the one-on-one. The best thing about the NFL is that you get hat on hat, and when you have the matchups, you have to win. And that time, Chuba Hubbard gets enough over him before Landman is able to get him down.
3 tight ends, 2nd down from inside the 5. Snap, Young back, fading back, throwing back of the end zone, incomplete. The coverage by Kobe Durant. Bryson Tremaine, the tall 6'4" former Stanford Tree, could not reel it in. It's 3rd down and 3.
I am really surprised so far with this game plan. The fact that they ran the ball so well, and going into this game, you really thought there was going to be weather, where running the ball was going to be a necessity, and to see them really be active and throwing the football has been a surprise.
Just 5 run plays. Hubbard sidecar right of Bryce Young. Coker motion right to left to join Teteroa McMillan. Press coverage over there in a 14-0 score. On a third down for Carolina, there is a first down available. Young barks out the signals, takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, flares it back in the end zone, and let's see. Leggett incomplete, but there's a marker in on Kobe Durant. The least penalized defense in the NFL, can't believe it. Leggett the target. Durant had him at the shoulder pads. They were face on face, like a really contentious weigh-in at a prize fight, and the flag comes in, first down.
And that's the reason why the interference is called, because Durant, he never turns his head around to see the ball coming. And Leggett doesn't really push to try to get to that corner, just kind of stays in place with his arm being grabbed easy, right in front of the official for the penalty, now it sets up first and goal.
They had Tremble in the backfield. It's three tight ends. Chuba Hubbard, the lone setback from the one. The Panthers breathing down the door. Their first playoff touchdown in 8 years. Handoff Hubbard. He dives in and he's got it. Touchdown Carolina. .8:53 in the first half. And life comes out of the pores of this offense under darkening skies. Ten touchdowns last year for Chuba Hubbard. He lost his job to Rico Dowdle. Yeah, it was a split. He was inactive for a couple of weeks. One rushing touchdown in the regular season. He's got a playoff touchdown here for a franchise starved for him. Extra point on the way for the rookie Fitzgerald. The Georgia native slices it through, and the Panthers, just like they are all year, right? They lose the finale and they end up in the playoffs. They go down 14-0 and they end up coming back. I mean, that's their whole lay of the land.
They want to make it dramatic for the fan base and for the first game out of the playoffs for you and I. Thank you, Charlotte. Let's go.
Yeah, and they have a run game, too. We just saw it on that drive to cap it off. The score, 14-7 Los Angeles over Carolina. 8:53 to go first half. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
And we're out. Back in 60.
Hey, what are you eating?
Chimichurri filet mignon. It's a Factor meal.
Oh, nice. Wait, they let you eat like that in the pros?
Oh, they insist on it. A pro's work starts on the plate.
Oh, man, that does look good. Let me have a taste?
Get your own.
All right. Where do I find this? Is it factormeals.com?
Yep, and they've got a deal going on.
Oh, love a deal. I am so in.
Smart move. Pro move.
All right. Factor. Eat like a pro.
At Navy Federal, we're a trusted partner of the military community, and we're here to guide you through these uncertain times, help you diversify your portfolio, and take control of your finances. We offer a 13-month special certificate with a rate more than double the national average, and members can access financial advisors from one of America's best financial advisory firms awarded by USA Today. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/save more. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline Full Synthetic Motor Oil, a Wix filter, and a $15 gift card after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. And let me tell you, I love numbers. 1040s, 1099s, W-2s, all of them. With TaxSlayer, anyone can file a federal return for just $22.99. You'll get 100% accuracy and your biggest possible refund guaranteed. Now those are great numbers. Need help along the way? We've got US-based real human support. File by February 8th for just $22.99 and get the refund you deserve. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
14-7 Los Angeles over Carolina. 8:53 to go first half. The Panthers have the most recent touchdown here at Bank of America Stadium with Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti. Game 1 of our wild card playoff doubleheader on Westwood One. The Rams and the Panthers. Green Bay and Chicago are next. And another rematch of the regular season. The Rams kind of slingshot the Panthers back into NFC South potential in Week 13.
I got a stat for you. Last time the Bears beat the Packers in a playoff game, the week after Pearl Harbor.
Wow.
1941.
Did you find that out in your trip to Oahu this week or what?
I went deep.
You did?
In the playoffs.
How about that? Love that. The wind still whipping through Bank of America Stadium, so we've got a holder on the field. Sam Martin will hold for Fitzgerald, who drives the leg through the kick. It's into the end zone and bouncing down into the end zone and leading to a touchback. So Carolina has the wind at its back now. Rams are going into the wind. Check the drive summary sponsored by the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how it's so much more than just another SUV at HyundaiUSA.com. Best drive of the day for Carolina by far. 7 plays, 63 yards, and 323. Exclamation mark at Chuba Hubbard, 1-yard touchdown. They had 5 first downs on the drive, 4 in their previous 3. Momentum coming this way.
And the drive before that got stalled by the interception, they were moving the ball well too. So defense needs to get a stop to bonus that for their offense.
2 tight ends left. Snap for the Rams. Handoff for Blake Corum, and he runs straight up the zipper and goes diving to the 39. He's down after a gain of 4 into the arms of Derek Brown. Joking about your trip to Oahu, but late in the year, Derek Brown had a bye week. He went to Disney with his kids. How about that?
I was talking to Mike White, their Carolina's backup quarterback, and he said his wife had the kids at Disney World, and I said, well, that's brave.
Yeah.
Lone parenting at Disney World.
You're getting your steps in.
Yep.
Tell you that much. That's what Derek Brown said. 2nd down and 6 for the Rams in the royal blue pants with the gold flex. It's a broken I formation, and the receivers started on the far side before the snap. The receivers went. If this were the Olympics, they'd restart the race. Instead, it's a 5-yard penalty.
Offense number 17. 5-yard penalty.
Wouldn't it be funny if in the Olympics those who false started had to go back 5 yards to start the race?
It would be a great incentive package, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you better not false start.
People wouldn't do it. Everybody'd be late. 8:12 to go. First half. 2nd down and 11. And the crowd swells again. Rams huddle. The Panthers are at the line already. That big wall of Wharton and Brown and company standing and lying in wait. Out of the shotgun, Matt Stafford. Arms outstretched. Parkinson motions left. Snap to Stafford. He whips it far side right. He's got yet another completion. Still perfect. Devontae Adams driven back at the 39. There's a marker in, however. And we'll check and see what Cleet Blakeman has to say. Maybe an illegal formation. We'll see.
Yep.
He's got encroachment on the offense, which is...
Offensive offsides, number 18. The 5-yard, 19. The 5-yard penalty for 2nd down.
I think they got Xavier Smith. I think he meant 19. But he was lined up past the neutral zone. So we get a false start from the receivers who started early, and now this is a modified early start. They just moved the blocks ahead.
You couldn't have it any better for this defense after getting a touchdown and seeing their offense execute to get them backed up. Now they can kind of go after the quarterback here.
Snap on 2nd and 16. Brown gets through. Throw down the middle of the field. Wide open down the numbers. Higbee. He crashes down to get back up at the 35, and he's pummeled there by J.C. Horn and Lathan Ransom. It's a gain of 36. Higbee, known for his dances, just changed the game by cutting a rug down the seam.
I do not know what they were doing back there. Nick Scott, he doesn't do really anything at his safety position. He doesn't come down to show a cover 3 with a 3-man zone with that, but he doesn't come down far enough or stay back far enough that allows Higbee to go right over the top of him. Easy throw and catch for Matthew Stafford.
1st down and 10, handoff for Corum, who jostles left, and he's hit immediately at the 33. Give him a yard, maybe. Turk Wharton knocked him down, the former Super Bowl winner with Kansas City. 6:40 to go, first half, 2nd and 9 for Los Angeles.
I want to go back to that last play.
Yeah.
They are 2nd and forever, and they roll into the zone, like we talked about how much zone they play. But, again, Nick Scott doesn't really commit to coming down to play the run or to get back into his zone, and Higbee is just wide open for Stafford to find him.
Now a lot of stress against that zone with Nakua and Adams on the same side left, and we'll get a timeout, Los Angeles. It was trips to the left, Nakua and Adams together. Shaw Smith, Wade, and J.C. Horn were lined up on top of them. and we'll get a timeout Los Angeles for Sean McVay. It's an interesting chess match because the defensive coordinator, Ejiro Avero, spent 5 years on Sean McVay's staff in Los Angeles. There's a I think that you think that I think going on here.
There always is when the coaches have coached together, and when what ends up always happening, in my opinion, is they start to overthink things instead of just doing what you're good at.
Yeah. And the Rams are good at a lot of things offensively. Jason Benetti, Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth. Bank of America Stadium, the site. Game plan with Grainger to gain a competitive advantage. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by for the supplies and solutions to help keep your business moving forward. 14-7 Los Angeles over Carolina. 6:15, second quarter. 2nd and 9, snap to Stafford. He looks left. He sings it left, and he's got it caught at the 28-yard line once again by Nacua. It's a gain of 5. Merrick with the stop, but Puka Nacua continues to be the most targeted Ram. It's his 5th catch, 6th catch, and then the run for the touchdown as well.
I mean, they had 2 safeties there pretty much bracketing him, yet he's still able to get open. And what a security blanket if you're Matthew Stafford. I mean, you just got a dominant receiver out there on the edge.
Out of the shotgun, it's a 3rd down. Parkinson in motion, 3rd and 3 from the Panther 28. Horn creeps up to the line, guarding Nacua. Shotgun snap, shoulder high. Stafford ready. He loads up. He fires far side. Adams a jumping catch, but he's out of bounds. It is incomplete for the first time for Matthew Stafford today. Mike Jackson hemmed him into the sideline, and it's 4th down and 3 for the Rams in field goal range, but the Panthers get a much-needed stop.
He most likely comes down inbounds if Mike Jackson, like you talked about, waited for him to go up, and as he was floating down from making that catch, just shoves him out of bounds. No chance to get his feet in bounds.
Very legal nowadays. Now Harrison Mevis, who proclaimed when he was in high school in Warsaw, Indiana, that he'd kick in the NFL one day. He was right. Big spot. 46 yards left, hash mark. He drives the leg through. It's on the way, and it's straight on through there. 46-yarder drilled by all 245 of Mevis. And the Rams take a 2-score lead once again. And a reminder that for every made field goal, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Our score, Los Angeles 17, Carolina 7, 5:24 to go in the first half. Here in Charlotte, you're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Google and Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug!
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. And fans, a reminder, you can listen on WestwoodOneSports.com or by downloading the Westwood One Sports app today. A field goal for Harrison Mevis to give the Rams the lead at 5:24 to go in the first half. It's a 46-yard field goal. Tyler Higbee, the big hit on the drive, a gain of 36 for a first down on second down and long. And out of the hold of Mevis, Evans boots it away, and he sprays it to the 6-yard line. ETN up the hash mark 15 to the 20, angling left, tried to double back, and he gets snowed under at the 24. Just a return of 18 yards. And Carolina, who's run the ball with their backs just 6 times all game, takes over. Tune in tomorrow and Monday to watch all the excitement of NFL Wildcard Weekend on CBS, Fox, NBC, and ESPN ABC. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Big games coming up. Buffalo, Jacksonville is an intriguing one. Everybody's wondering about every coach, because if you lose a game in the NFL, you might lose your job now. 8 vacancies, right, at this point. Where the tote board is still moving. The coaching vacancy telethon. First down from the 24. 3 tight ends in and a broken eye. Snap and a handoff. Dowdle cutting to the right to the 30. Turns his back in reverse and knocked down at the 32. It's a gain of 8 on a first down carry for Rico Dowdle. Cam Curl with the stop. But there's that run game, Ryan.
It's the run game that they were really good with in Week 13. This time he gets skinny is what he does. He kind of turns sideways as he enters the line of scrimmage, and that spins him around almost like a pinball until he gets to about the line to gain for a big first down run.
Call it 2nd and 2. Short side left. Dowdle with his hands on his knees. The lone setback. Bryce Young under center. 5 linemen up there for Los Angeles. They'll motion Tremble right to left. Snap and a handoff into the belly of Dowdle. Try to run right, and he's smothered there. It's a gain of maybe a half yard, if that. Taken down by Ty Hamilton, the rookie out of Ohio State, to set up a 3rd down and 2 now.
Yeah, really no movement there. They get to the perimeter, and that edge was set by Josiah Stewart, the rookie out of Michigan. He was just outside, turning him back in, and then everybody in the cavalry come to get him to the ground.
This Carolina team, which runs on first down as much as anybody in the NFL, goes 2 runs here to a 3rd down and 2 from the 32. Motion Horn right to left in his sky-colored shoes. Snap to Young. He looks left, flares it out for Hubbard, who put it on the ground. He had 2 hands on it. He had to reach down to about his thighs to make the catch. And open field in front of him. The ball settles quietly on the turf, just like this crowd settles quietly. It's 4th down and 2. And man, oh man, you got your hands on your head right now, Ryan.
He's wide open, and it's one of those things, and it's the thing that people here in Charlotte and everybody around the league talk about Bryce Young. If he was just more accurate with the throw, it's at his feet, and instead of making the catch and picking up the first down, extending the drive, they have to give the ball back to Matthew Stafford in this offense.
They need a boomer like they got from Sam Martin of 56 yards inside the 10 earlier. Scrimmage is the 32, and the punt by Martin sends Xavier Smith to the 20. It goes rolling, angling to his right, and rippling continuously down inside the 15, and still rolling downhill like it's in San Francisco. Down to the 12-yard line. Just kept on bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. It's a 55-yard punt.
Maybe that ball's trying to get to the Super Bowl.
I mean, it could be. Could be. You know, you can get a really nice parking pass if you're part of the NFL crew. He's got the logo on him. Just say, hey, let me in. All right, so the Rams have the ball. Worse field position than they expected. 17-7, first half, 3:41 to go. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at the Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Prime Video's exclusive wildcard game is tonight. Jordan Love of the Packers take on Caleb Williams and the Bears in the latest chapter of the NFL's oldest rivalry. Tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. This is a rematch, Rams-Panthers, of a game from a little more than 2 decades ago. And a snap from the 12 and a handoff for Kyron Williams, who dances to the 15 and then pushes horizontally to maybe the 16. It'll be second down coming up. Matthew Stafford said before this game, he said, I'd like to not throw them the ball as much in this game, and he's done it. He's 8 for 9 with a touchdown, almost perfect.
I mean, there was spans of this season where he didn't throw it to the other team for like 5 consecutive games. Yeah. I mean, he was that good. He struggled a few times over the last few games. Atlanta here. That's going to be the biggest difference maker for him in this postseason. If he doesn't turn it over, this team is very tough to beat.
Second down and 6, pressure coming from the middle of the field. He takes the snap and throws it left for Nakua and whistles it to the sideline, incomplete. That was the 7th target for Puka Nakua, who came in with 5 straight games of 10 or more targets. We know it's going there. He still makes the play. It's 3rd down and 6, not this time.
I mean, if you had him and you were a quarterback, you'd probably target him a few times too.
Yeah, there's first incompletion to him. Yeah. That will help, right? Like you and who with the Chargers?
Jeff Brown.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we were just like me and Jeff Brown.
I like it. I figured let you fill in the blank. 3rd down and 6. Out of the shotgun. Ball hash mark left. Wide left, Parkinson. Trips to the right. Williams the tailback, and we get a timeout. Timeout, Los Angeles. 2nd timeout for the Rams and Sean McVay. Last time these two played in the postseason, Jake Delhomme was the quarterback. It was his birthday. It was actually today, 20-plus years ago. They went to double overtime. Both kickers missed in overtime. On the TV broadcast, they brought in the double box of the 2 head coaches. And Mike Martz was like livid on the first one. And then John Fox was livid on the second one. It's like being in traffic, looking at the other side of the road and being like, oh, why can't I be over there? And it happened to both of them. It was a wild game.
I would suspect it was Jake Delhomme versus Bulger?
Mark Bulger. It's a great poll by you.
Thank you.
Almost heaven, West Virginia. 3rd down and 6 out of the timeout. Hash mark left. J.C. Horn up at the line. Defending Devontae Adams. Out of the shotgun. Waist-high snap. It's Stafford back to throw. Horn on the blitz. It's a lob down the left sideline for Adams. Incomplete. He overshot him by 2 yards. Scott was trailing him. It was there. Could have been 6. Instead, it's 4th and 6.
It's a double move, but it's not necessarily one to make the defender come. It's almost a rolling out with an up, and as he extends, he gets the separation, and the ball's just overthrown.
Matthew Stafford was crestfallen, hands to his head. He saw Horn blitzing. He knew he had the safety on Adams. Instead, it's a misfire. And ETN back to receive the punt at the 39. It's lifted in the air by Ethan Evans. ETN waves and drops the ball. It's rolling to the 40. There's a battle for it. Let's see. Looks like the Rams are on top of it. It's a scrum, a total scrum. Troy Reeder looked like he had it for Los Angeles. ETN can't believe it. It is Rams football. It clanged off his hands, and Los Angeles takes over. The Rams will have outstanding field position at 2:44 to go in the first half. It hit ETN in the face mask first, and then his hands after that.
It's the gusting of the winds up there as the ball is falling to the punt returning ETN. He steps forward, but the ball extends and just flies into his face mask, and there's nothing he can do about it. Just ricochets forward, and then once again picked up by the Rams. It's the third turnover now after the turnover death that they're going to get the ball in the plus territory.
And it's Troy Reeder who recovers the ball, whose dad is a former Pittsburgh Steeler running back from the 80s. Sparing time 13 games, but a legacy NFL player creates the turnover. And we're seeing kind of what happened to Oregon last night against Indiana.
Everything that could go wrong is.
They'll embark for the 41 in Panther territory. 4 down linemen. Corum the tailback, snapping a handoff, stretch it right for Corum, and he jams on the gas down to the 35, knocked down by Sherilis. It's a gain of 6. They're without Trevin Wallace, who had the shoulder surgery a couple of weeks ago in that linebacker spot. 2nd and 4, 2:30 to go in the half, and the Rams have a chance, Ryan, to really grind this clock down.
Well, not only grind it down, but they'll have an opportunity to kind of 2-for-1 it. Not even allow the ball to get back to Carolina to start the second half. That game could be put away if they are able to score 2 touchdowns here and be up 31-7 before Carolina even sees the ball again.
Or 24-7 and get the ball out of halftime as well, which they will. As we move down to the 2-minute warning, they'll take the snap and hand it off wide left for Corum. He's across the line to gain, and he goes whirling into Mike Jackson. He's down at the 26-yard line. Sherilis as well. It's a first down for the Rams again. It's a gain of 5, maybe 6 for Blake Corum, the second-year former maize and blue man from Michigan. And we've reached the 2-minute warning, sponsored by Gusto. If you run a small business, you got to try Gusto. Get unlimited payroll runs and get your payroll taxes filed automatically. Offer health insurance, 401k, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com. The score is 17-7, and the Rams get a turnover because of the wind. Gusto, you're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Every Westwood One football broadcast once again available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports. You're taken straight to the action. Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. First down and 10 at the Panther 26. Stafford play action. He'll drop it off on a screen caught by Williams. Jogging 25. Inside of the 20. Still moving. And he's spun down at the 16. There's a marker down back at the 31. And we might have one of those illegal blocks coming. It's a gain of 11 if it stands. And it seems like it won't. Ball is outside the numbers at the 31, and Cleet Blakeman will have your call right now.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 73. The 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
It's on the second-round pick from 23, Steve Avila, the left guard.
Yeah, Trevon Merrick just gets there too quickly, and as he goes to dive for Kyron Williams, Avila just shoves him in the back, right in front of the official. Easy call. Exactly what this team needed here to push them behind the sticks.
Yeah, he got some help, let's say. Avila threw him into next Tuesday. First down and 20 for the Rams. They'll move up to the line with two wide receivers to the right, Smith in the slot, Adams wide left. Out of the shotgun, Stafford touching his right shoulder with the towel dangling from his waist. Snapping a handoff to Williams, running straight ahead to the 30, and he steps through a tackle down to the 29. Kyron Williams on a gain of 7. The stop for DJ Wanham, the 6th-year man out of South Carolina, former Viking. And it's 2nd and 13, and Carolina will use its first timeout. 1:44 to play first half. 2nd and 13. Reminder, the Rams are working against the wind here in the second quarter. And a reminder to stay tuned for the Westwood One NFL Playoffs halftime report with Scott Graham. Scott's going to preview Game 2 of Wild Card Saturday. Packers and Bears rematch of that wild game you called a couple of weeks ago. And we'll hear from the NFL's interceptions leader, Chicago safety Kevin Byard, coming up at the half. What do you got on that game? You saw the first one.
Well, the Packers did everything they could to give it away. They were in the red zone 5 times, only had 6 points, then had to get an onside kick, which only happened 6 times this entire year to lose that game. So I think the Packers probably feel like they have a pretty good chance going into that game.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. On a 2nd down and 13 for the Rams. Stafford out of the shotgun, motion from Parkinson, handoff, Corum inside left, and he tunnels for maybe a yard down to the 28. He went down immediately, and some fighting afterward. Nick Scorton, the rookie, with some words for Colby Parkinson. Scorton gets turned aside and shoved by Shaw Smith Wade. Says, we don't need penalties. What are you doing?
Ricky, we don't need any of that stuff. But I would have understood, too. Parkinson, grabs the back of his helmet and then, flips him over WWE style. And the rookie, blood's a little hot. First playoff game. Probably was just trying to get a flag himself over on the other side. Parkinson was.
A little pride in there, too. Timeout, Carolina. 3rd down and 12. 1:42 to go. Darkness has fallen here in Carolina. These towels are still out, whipping around in a windy evening. There's some debris on the field. You lose a napkin, it's going to roll all the way to the end zone today. 3rd down, 12. They've got to get to the 16. 2 high safeties for Carolina. Horn up at the line with Nakua. Snap shoulder high for Stafford. Back in 3. Throws down the middle. He's got Higbee, and he's drilled at the 19. It's not going to be a first down, but they do have a 4th and 3. Nick Scott with the hit, the former Ram. It's 4th down and 3. Timeout, Carolina, with 1:37 to go in the first half. Field goal likely. However, the Rams are pretty good on 4th down this year.
They've been very good on 4th down. They got very lucky there, and Trayvon Morey, he falls down and allows the receiver to come underneath. Luckily, Nick Scott was right there to make the tackle. Otherwise, they would have picked up that first down, and it looks like they are going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, it's 4th down and 3. The Rams are 2nd in the NFL in pass percentage on 3rd and 3. They're 2 out of every 3 on 4th down this year, and they're looking for the jugular from the 19. Loaded box for Carolina and Avero. Snap shoulder high to Stafford. He's in the pocket. He rolls to the right. He scrambles and throws. It's batted away, incomplete by DJ Wanham. They got Stafford off platform. He let it rip, and Wanham stepped in front of Higbee. Turnover on downs for Carolina, and a huge swing of the pendulum here in the Queen City of North Carolina.
I mean, you do not see Carolina blitz a lot, but when they do, they zone blitz. And the best thing that this defense did there is they stuck to their responsibilities. No one got freaked out when Stafford started to run. They stayed exactly where they were supposed to be. So when that throw did come, there was someone in that zone to get his hand in a way to knock it down. Huge play to avoid any sort of points for Carolina here before halftime.
Fitting call with how ingrained Dom Capers was in this defense for so many years. It's 1st down and 10 from the 19. Rico Dowdle is the tailback. Panther territory, snap to Young. They'll hand it off for Dowdle running outside left, and he's throttled by Jared Verse. It's a loss on the play. They run it on 1st down with no timeouts. Yikes. 1:20 and counting to go in the half, and now they'll run up to the line, but they're left with a 2nd and 10 and a moving clock. Trips to the right, including Tommy Tremble, and Tetaroa McMillan Alone to the top side. Out of the shotgun, Young in the dark-colored shoes. Back to throw from the 10. He loads up, chucks it downfield. Some contact with Coker from Lake, and a marker comes flying in from the near side official. That ball was overthrown by about 15 yards, but the contact was early.
It wasn't so much overthrown so much as the wind started affecting it, and it pushed him outside shoulder of Lake, and Lake just didn't, I don't think, saw the ball and shoves him right in front of the official.
Wrapped his arms around him.
Defense, number 37. All he faces is a foul. First down.
So it's a 34-yard penalty. Before we snap it here, what do you have to do when you're throwing with the wind if you're Bryce Young in a spot like this?
It's really difficult because depending on whether or not the spiral turns over, it could just hydroplane. It just kind of guides and goes. You got to get that ball to turn over on your throw, and that's really difficult to do when you're throwing with the wind. So you would hope they're going to throw within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage and not big balls down the field like they just did.
That's why Ryan Leaf is here, former NFL quarterback. Beautifully analyzed. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end Tremble attached to the formation. Snap to Young. He looks left. He wings it left. And it's caught down the sideline for Coker. Sprinting out of bounds across the 30 and the 25-yard line. And the official will spot him inside the 20 at the 16. It's a gain of 37. Lake gets burned again.
They run the exact same play they ran versus the Rams back in week 13, this time using a little pick kind of on a post with a wheel, and Coker just flies by the defender, Lake. And because the wind is gusting, there really wasn't any wind on that throw, and it was accurate as could be.
They'll go empty here on first down off that big throw from 37 with the wind. Out of the shotgun, Young at the plus 16. Takes the snap shoulder high. He throws it near side. Leggett trying for a one-handed catch, and it's incomplete. Leggett was entangled in the front side of the end zone. Kobe Durant was stuck to him. It's second down and 10. 49 seconds to go in the first half. Carolina at the Rams 16.
Love the decision. The throw just off the mark enough. He puts it too far to the outside, and instead of giving Leggett a chance into the end zone, the ball falls about 4 or 5 yards outside the field of play.
Wind gusting up to 25, maybe 30, as they'll work out of the shotgun. Leggett, Coker, and McMillan. Trips to the right. Ball hash mark left. 4 linemen up there for the Rams. They'll bring 4 on the rush. Young looking in the pocket, throwing left side. Back shoulder incomplete. He wanted Dowdle out of the backfield. Into the formation, and it's third down and 10 coming up. Verts had the pressure to speed up the timer a little bit, but the Panthers are in field goal range to close to within 1 score.
And I think that's where the clock went off in his head there, where he didn't take an extra step maybe to the line of scrimmage and try to find an open receiver. I can just imagine Dave Canales in his ear as he's calling the play. No sacks, no sacks. The wind affecting the field goal kicker, who's a first-year guy. That's a big deal in this moment. You could tell with Bryce Young where he threw it away.
It's 11 for 20 so far. He's got trips to the right, third down and 10. Teteroa and McMillan wide left. Snap to Young. He surveys. He climbs the pocket. He scrambles up the zipper of the defense. Cuts inside 5. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! His shimmering silver helmet was in there first. And Bryce Young gets back to his feet to celebrate a Panther touchdown from 16 yards away. 1 juke at the 5, and good night. 17-13 Los Angeles, 37 seconds in the first.
A 2-man coverage. You have 2 high safeties, man underneath. And what that does is no one's responsible for the quarterback. And once he was to evade the pass rush, he gets out on the perimeter. Nate Landman was the last man left with all this space to the left, and he just runs away from him for a touchdown.
That was the longest run for either team. The extra point, Fitzgerald sticks the landing, and the Panthers are like 2 cats. They got 18 lives this year into the playoffs at 8-9. Here we go again. 17-14 Rams over the Panthers. 37 seconds in the first half. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600-plus miles of range. Is it the driver behind the wheel? What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. That's 562-314-4603.
Bryce Young, a touchdown, 17-14, a 16-yard run. Carolina trailing 17-14 with Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti here at Bank of America Stadium. Wild card playoff doubleheader on Westwood One. Rams and Panthers. Game 2, Green Bay and Chicago. The Panthers needed it, and they got a touchdown in under a minute as Fitzgerald drives the right leg, booting it to the 10. It goes bouncing, and we got a whistle.
Just before the landing area. Penalty. That's a big penalty.
He just missed it short, not by much. Fitzgerald looking at the monitor in stadium to see the replay, but they're going to get it at the 40.
The kick did not reach the landing zone. Ball he placed at the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles.
This was right at the edge of the landing zone. It landed at about the 20.5. And so they blow the whistle, and we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 60. First and 10 Rams. Stafford out of the shotgun from the 40. Reaches back. Fires. Got it to the 46. Caught by Adams and his flowing mane of hair. He's dropped by J.C. Horn. Gain of 14 on the first catch for Devontae Adams today. And we get a timeout by the Rams with 29 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Both teams now out of timeouts. So the clock will continue to run unless, of course, it's an incomplete or they go out of bounds. With the wind and how it's affecting, they'll be going into the wind for this kick. It's so strange now with these rules where the ball's placed at the 40, where really one completion has put them in a position now to get a chance at a field goal and some points right before half.
Enormous, too, for Mevis, who had a 61-yarder in college at Mizzou. They're at the 46 right now. Work out of the shotgun. Williams to the right of Stafford, who walks up to the line. Smith-Wade was showing blitz. Now he walks up to the slot receiver and will blitz. Snap to Stafford. Ready to throw. Launching left side, and he overshoots Nakua. It's incomplete with Lathan Ransom at his ankles. Second down and 10. 27 seconds to go in the first half.
You know, Lathan Ransom was so big in this first game. Back in week 13, really did a great job of supporting the run and in coverage. He's now in as their nickel safety in passing situations. No timeouts again, like I said, for the Rams. Got some pressure at his feet, made him throw it a little earlier than he wanted to.
They bring on an extra defensive back. Princely Umanmielen comes off. Second down and 10. Adams wide to the right, 2 to the left. Stafford stops his foot, takes the snap, shoulder high, ready to throw, steps up in the pocket, flares it down the middle. It's incomplete. He wanted Puka Nakua. That might have been redirected as he threw it. His arm might have gotten hit as well. It's third down coming up.
No,
Stafford's holding his hand. He might, on the follow through, his hand get hit, Ryan?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He comes through and it lands right on the forearm of the defender coming through. And listen, it's one of the most painful things. I broke my thumb in high school coming over the top. As you throw, you lead with the pinky and your thumb comes down, and as it does, if it hits anything hard, it is in a position that can cause a lot of pain and break even.
It was DJ Wanham as this place turns into a volcano. Third down and 10 snap. Stafford reaches back, fires down the right sideline. And it's Nakua, and it's incomplete. It was there. Nakua could not reel it in. Puka Nakua crestfallen down to the deck on a deep ball. He had his hands on it, and it popped out of both hands. His hands were so much more consistent this year. Sean McVay's given him so much credit, and he just could not squeeze it with the white glove.
I don't think he found it in the air because his hands don't come up until very, very late, and unfortunately, they were on him in a hurry, and he just doesn't make it happen. What luck for the Carolina Panthers.
Evans a punt. He'll shoot it to the left sideline at 8 seconds to go. It's out of bounds. And Carolina will have it at the 15-yard line. That's where the official signals. Carolina, you'd imagine, will just take a knee here. 17-14. 8 seconds to go first half. Boy, the Rams had a chance to set the trap, detonate this thing, whatever you want to say. And they didn't.
No.
So they're in a game now.
They chose to go for it on fourth down. That's a big thing. If they kick it There's points there, right? You go up 20-7. Maybe Carolina doesn't have the wherewithal to navigate a touchdown, and it's a much different story. But now they're going to go in at halftime, one possession behind with a ton of momentum. You see Bryce Young right now. He's almost doing the gritty off the field with his teammates. They're excited. Nakua downtrodden after that drop. That would have been a touchdown.
Sean McVay over to him to try to pump him up face-to-face with Puka Nakua. But Bryce Young and the Panthers are within 3 in their first playoff game in 8 years. That's the end of the first half. The score, Los Angeles 17, Carolina 14. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Commercial Insurance Studios with a halftime report. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 8 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah!
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it!
Chase the big time.
Get that, ladies!
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula?
No.
Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo?
Absolutely not. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Welcome back to our Westwood One studios. We have reached halftime in Charlotte. And as these playoffs begin, a lot of people talking as we went into the postseason about how this could be very wide open and a lot of things you might not expect. Well, the Rams got out to a big lead in this game at 14-0, but the Panthers have fought their way back. It's 17-14 Rams as we have reached halftime at Bank of America Stadium. Game number 2 that we've got coming your way when this one is done will take place at Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the oldest rivalry in the NFL in its history, the 213th time the Packers and Bears will get together, but more importantly, the 3rd time that they've gotten together since Week 14. They split their regular season matchups, including a wild game in Week 16 in Chicago that the Bears came from behind and won in overtime. I talked with their safety, Kevin Byard, this week and asked him, is there any possibility that there's a carryover, not just an X and O carryover, but an emotional carryover from that last crazy game?
I don't think we need any carryover from the previous weeks to understand what type of rivalry this is. This is Green Bay versus Chicago, in Chicago. 2 teams that know each other very well, that hate each other very much. I think the previous game, it was so charged. The stadium, the atmosphere, I think the emotions were a little bit too high. I think we had like 3 personal foul penalties that we can't afford to have this game. I think it almost hurt us in the previous game. It didn't end up, obviously we ended up winning it, but those were big plays. So I think the emotional part of it, like we're going to take it all the way to the edge of the cliff, but we're not going to jump off this time. So I think that's something important, but I don't think we need any carryover from the emotional side to understand how important, obviously from a playoff standpoint, but I mean, this is Green Bay versus the Bears. I mean, this is everything this city could possibly want for a playoff game, especially starting the first round.
Are you surprised that things turned for your team as hard as they did based upon what last year was and, trying to find your way in Chicago, but also trying to, see a young quarterback trying to find his way? This is a pretty sharp turn.
Yeah, I wouldn't say just like shockingly surprised or nothing like that. Obviously, we were always hopeful going into the season. Listen, I think last year, man, going into last year, the roster, in my opinion, was very talented last year. Like nobody would have expected or thought that we were going to go 5. So I mean, we started the year out 4-2, and we ended up losing 10 straight. I don't think anybody in this city would have expected that to happen. So I also knew that with the retooling that we did, right, if it was on the offensive line, added some pieces on the defensive line, I knew that we can eventually become a really good team. You just didn't know what the identity was going to be early in the year with a new coordinator, new head coach, obviously. So it's going to be a little different, but I always knew the talent was there. I just think that we kind of found our groove after the bye week. Obviously, we got to 2-2, and then we kind of, caught our groove. And I think it was kind of previous to like last year, which the same talks is like we got to 4-2. It's like, what are we going to be after 4-2 versus than what we did last year? And we got on a good run. So I wouldn't say I was surprised. I would definitely say we were more hopeful that we're going to have a good year. But I'm not clueless to understand that this has been a special year with a young quarterback, with the amount of takeaways we've been getting this season. It's been a special year, and we got to make sure we keep that rolling.
As you said, this is an opponent that you know really well. It's an opponent that you've seen very recently. There have been some changes in some of the personnel that they have had due to a variety of circumstances. But what changes about that prep, and what do you have to watch out for specifically that this team is very good at doing?
Well, I think a lot of it is obviously knowing what they like to do as a team. How Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur love to take shots down the field. They're a shot to check down mentality type of team. No matter if it's third and short, they're going to try to take shots. So understanding what they like to do in the pass game, also within the run game as well. But then also knowing like, okay, what were they successful on against us in the first two games? They're obviously probably going to try to go back to those plays. But then it's like a chess match. It's like where you're kind of thinking, well, if they knew they were successful early in the season with those things, we're going to be prepping for that. So maybe they try to do something different. So it's just like all little mental gymnastics that you're going to try to play on both sides. But like I said, you always have to trust the film. Trust what you see on the film. I don't know for a fact that they're not going to change and turn into a whole new offense this late in the season. They're going to do what they do best, and so are we. So I think it's really just going to be about who wants it more at that point, who's going to execute best within the coverages that we're doing, within the scheme that they're doing as well. And going out there and just making a bloodbath. You know what I mean? It's like it's two divisional opponents. It's January football in Chicago. I mean, what can you ask for? You can't ask for nothing more.
Kevin Byard led the NFL in interceptions this year and made the Pro Bowl. He's also a fascinating guy. If you want to hear more from him, check out this week's edition of NFL Insider at WestwoodOneSports.com or the Westwood One Sports app. Our halftime score, the Rams 17, the Panthers 14. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
Ready to kick off the fun? Chumba Casino is your go-to game plan during halftime or overtime. From spinning slots to instant scratch-style cards, it's like running the perfect play, all from home. New players score a free welcome bonus and daily logins with a shot at some serious prizes every time you play. Get in the game and visit ChumbaCasino.com today. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Take the exit. Turn right into the drive-thru.
Nope, I'm making dinner tonight.
You don't have time. Josh has practice.
Oh, that's right. I'll just get a salad.
And fries?
No, just the salad.
But salad cancels fries.
Salad only.
Fries.
Salad.
Fries.
Food noise isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. The affordable GLP-1 source that puts you on the road to successful weight loss.
Hey, can I get the...
Fries.
Salad. Sorry.
Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
Prime one-day delivery's fast. How fast we talking? We're talking yoga mats and fitness trackers delivered so fast you can kick off your routine tomorrow fast. We're talking weights at your door without really waiting fast. Water bottles and hydration backpacks fast and fast. Resistance bands faster than you could say feel the burn fast. Or jump ropes just a hop, skip, and a jump away, aka fast. Whew! That was actually a good workout fast. Fast one-day delivery for all things fitness. It's on Prime.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Rowan McMillan wide left, snap to Young. He surveys, he climbs the pocket, he scrambles up the zipper of the defense, cuts inside 5, dives for the end zone, touchdown! His shimmering silver helmet was in there first, and Bryce Young gets back to his feet to celebrate a Panther touchdown from 16 yards away. One juke at the 5, and good night. 17-13, Los Angeles, 37 seconds in the first.
And that quickly, we had ourselves a game again. Welcome back to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs from the Progressive Commercial Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Save on commercial auto insurance from Progressive. Get a fast quote at progressivecommercial.com. Got a 3-point game at the break. If you like 2 today, you're going to like 3 even better tomorrow. Buffalo, Jacksonville, followed by San Francisco, Philadelphia, and the Chargers, New England. Our coverage tomorrow begins at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Our halftime score, the Rams 17, the Panthers 14. When we return, Jason Minetti and Ryan Leaf have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Stop relying on a Hail Mary to fix thinning hair. Nutrafol Men is the smarter game plan, putting you back in control with a formula that's physician formulated and NSF certified for sport. It's clinically proven to improve hair growth and support visibly thicker, fuller hair. Don't wait for the next season to start. Go to Nutrafol.com/men for your game plan. That's Nutrafol.com/men to start today.
Your business has goals, and you need the right team to help get you there. Don't cross your fingers and just hope quality candidates see your job posting. With Indeed-sponsored jobs, you can skip the waiting game and match with the talent that actually matters for your business. Plus, with Indeed-sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Don't leave hiring to chance. Hire better and work better with Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium. He's Ryan Leaf. I'm Jason Benetti. We thank you for joining us for our wild card playoff doubleheader on Westwood One. The Los Angeles Rams, the Carolina Panthers at halftime, 17-14. The Rams with the lead. Green Bay and Chicago, game 2 coming up. But first, we check the halftime stats here in lovely Charlotte, sponsored by Indeed. Stop just hoping the right applicants find your job. Sponsor it on Indeed and match with quality talent. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Matthew Stafford opened 8 for 9. He closed 2 for 8 after that, 10 for 17 in the first half. The Rams were heavily penalized, and that's not normal for them. 5 penalties, 50 yards. The turnovers were a problem for Carolina with the 1 fumble loss. They went for it on 4th down and struggled with that as well. They were 0 for 1 on 4th down. The Rams, though, were 1 for 6 on 3rd down. So the execution for usually a surgical offense in key spots for Los Angeles was a problem.
It was, and there's a lot to unpack here. I mean, this game could have gone sideways in many different directions, whether Los Angeles were to have gotten that 4th down, if Carolina would have picked it up on their end. All these things that have played into it ultimately has brought us to this spot where it's a 1-possession game. The defense has a lot of confidence after some big stops against this offense, and they found some luck here or there. You know, it seemingly feels like Puka Nacua, who never drops a ball, had a touchdown through his hands right before the half. And now, after this short halftime in the first playoff game of the weekend, Carolina has to feel like they are really in it, and this is something that Dave Canales and his staff have practiced for, to get into 1-possession games, and they feel if they can get it there when it comes down the stretch, they can ultimately win it.
11 of his 13 wins, the head coach, the Panthers, are by 1 score. Dave Canales does that for a living right now as the Rams will get it out of halftime. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Fitzgerald on the approach. He swings the leg. He drives through it, and it sails toward the end zone for a touchback. Rivers a yard deep into the end zone, takes a knee, and the Rams will have very good field position to open this second half. Matthew Stafford and the wind was an interesting battle in that second quarter, Ryan.
It was, but it seemingly felt like it was more about the coverage of Carolina than necessarily the wind affecting it. Because if you recall on that final pass play before halftime, I mean, he put a dime on Puka Nacua, even after just absolutely bashing his thumb into the forearm of a Carolina defender the play before.
Nacua could have had a touchdown. Instead, it was a drop And it's 17-14. Under center snap, play action for Stafford. Back to set and drive the ball. Coming near side, Adams had it pried free out of his hand by Mike Jackson. Incomplete. It nestled into that 1 and 7, but Jackson just crowbarred it away, and it's second down.
You're exactly right. Great route, perfect pass, even better defense as the ball got into Davante Adams' arms. He got pulled away, and Mike Jackson just ripped it out as he went to the floor, and there you go. Second and long.
Second and 10 from the 35, short side left, snap shoulder high for Stafford. Back in 5 steps, pressure up the middle. He takes a big hit, ball far side left, batted away by J.C. Horn from Davante Adams. Horn, whose father Joe was part of one of the best New Orleans Saints teams in the 2000 season. Knocks it away, it's third down.
It's all about the pressure. You bring the linebacker, double A-gap blitzes. They get confused. Both Corum and the offensive lineman pick up the blitzer, Claudius Sherilis, and he just absolutely hammers Matthew Stafford in the midsection, making him throw it a little too early and incomplete.
Rams 1 for 6 on third down. Out of the shotgun, trips to the right, Nakua slot right. Snap, head high for Stafford. He'll throw it this way, incomplete. Down ankle high for Adams. Not even close, way off target for Stafford. 3 and out for the Rams in 15 seconds, and Carolina suddenly will have the ball.
I mean, Mo is a real thing, okay? It just is. At the NFL level, even more so, it seems. This fan base gets into it right before halftime. They get a big touchdown, a big run by Bryce Young, and then the defense comes out, and in only 15 seconds, like you talked about, makes Matthew Stafford throw it 3 consecutive times for incomplete passes.
Now Evans kicking to ETN again, who put one on the ground last time. He'll sweep it up in the air. ETN waves for a fair catch, fades back at the last second and makes the catch. A chancy catch and a big gasp from the North Carolina natives here back at the 12-yard line. Oh, baby.
It's so difficult if you're a punt returner, especially if you're a rookie punt returner. You may have been doing it your whole life, but it's just a different deal when it's gusting and swirling, and these punters, they know what they're doing. I mean, they can do and put some sort of action on the ball like a golf ball so it flutters differently as it comes out of the sky. And both attempts by ATN have looked really bad.
Crafty kickers nowadays, they can do just about anything with that football. As Bryce Young taps his finger to his face, points to the sky as he approaches the line of scrimmage, and his center, Cade Mays. The right guard, Hunt, has been out with another biceps injury. He's back in. Young fades back in the pocket, rolls to the left at the 10, running 15, up the numbers 20, into a slide right around Landman. He'll get 9. It's second down, but the legs of Young got him into the end zone late first half. He's got to gain a 9 that time.
Well, it gives him that extra variable, that extra thing. You know, you have quarterbacks that are incredibly talented at staying in the pocket, Matthew Stafford being on the other side of that coin. Then you have a younger generational quarterback that brings something else to the table. And when he gets on the perimeter, his legs are an extension of his ability to throw the football. And that's a big reason why he's had such a successful year.
He's got a 2nd and 1 here. McMillan wide to the right. 2 tight ends, 1 each way. Snap to Young and a handoff for Hubbard. He zigzags his way up the middle and gets to the 28, where he goes knee first into Landman. Gain of 6, first down. Here's the run game for Carolina after 40 carries and 164 on the ground in the first meeting.
Getting back to that running game is going to be incredibly important. You got to chew up clock here. You don't want to give more opportunities to Matthew Stafford, even though you just saw him go 3 and out. The less opportunities you give him, the better. And that's exactly what they did in the last contest, where they ran the ball so well.
Chris Shula, the defensive coordinator for the Rams, said they controlled the game. Snap to Young on first down, and he'll just roll it into the ground. Incomplete. He was under siege from Verse and Curl. And it's second down and 10. Anybody in their right mind would have thrown the ball like that, too, with those guys collapsing on you.
The ability of this defensive front, and they've been great at it all year long, from Verse to Spates when he's been in there, Nate Landman, but then the guys up front, Braden Fisk and Poona Ford, all of that. Their ability to do that allows for the likes of the defensive backfield to not have to do much, right? They can just be in their zones and do the thing they need to, and that's what they need here in the second half.
Curl creeping up to the line and run help. It's second down and 10 for the 28. He's going to blitz. The Rams bring big pressure. Young doubles out of it to the left. He wings it left side, incomplete, but that pressure from Curl and Spates to set up third down and 10 at 13:09 to go in the third quarter. We could have two of the shortest possessions in NFL history to start a second half in the playoff game.
Well, I think the adjustments at halftime by both defensive coordinators were simple. We're gonna make it a problem. We're gonna make it a problem for these quarterbacks, and we're gonna make them feel uncomfortable a little bit. So both instances on each defensive side, they've brought pressure and done exactly that, made these quarterbacks feel them and move off their spots.
3rd and 10 from the 28 in Panther territory. 5 up at the line for the Rams defensively. See where the pressure comes from. They usually get there without the blitz. They'll stunt. They'll bring 4. Young steps up. He fires down the middle. And at the 42-yard line, it's Tataroa McMillan on a gain of 15, hauling it in. First down, Carolina.
Emmanuel Forbes Jr. was on the coverage, and he does a great job, trail technique. And he's right there, but it doesn't matter because Bryce Young's pass is even better. And when you have the catch radius that Tet McMillan does, he just snatches it out of the air and picks up a first down.
12:35 to go, third quarter. Panthers down 17-14. They'll go out of the pistol. Chuba Hubbard 2 steps behind Young. Motion horn right to left. Snap and a handoff. It's Hubbard straight ahead. He breaks 1 tackle and gets an extra yard or 2 down to the 48. Landman was in there first. It's a gain of 4. And Robin Hood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold. 2nd and 6 for Carolina. 12:05 to go, third quarter. Panthers looking for their first playoff win in 10 years when Cam Newton was patrolling Mecklenburg County. 4-man line for the Rams. Young waves to the left at Tataroa McMillan. He's defended by Kobe Durant. 2 to the right side, under center. Young takes the snap. It's a stretch play right. Hubbard has to dodge 1, and then he is stacked up and stonewalled for no gain. Omar Spates was in there in a heartbeat along with Josiah Stewart, and it's 3rd and 6.
You know, Bryce Young has to change the play call at the line of scrimmage here, and he does a good job because they ultimately vacate into a too-high look, so you should have a real good chance. And they almost get it, but there was great pursuit like by Omar Spates, like you talked about, to bring him down for no gain.
Now can the Rams get off the field? Panthers are 4 for 7 on 3rd down. Rams are the 7th best 3rd down team in the NFL as Tremble goes slot left. Trips to the left. Ball at the 49. Movement at the line. Free play. Snap to Young. He reaches back. He fires far side. It's incomplete, but a marker coming in. It was officially 3rd down and 5. There was movement on the defensive line, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. We'll see if it's enough for a first down.
Offside. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty is enough for a first down, Carolina.
It's on Fisk, the second-year player out of Florida State. It is a first down, as you heard Cleet Blakeman say.
Astonishing to me always when a guy who's directly over the football jumps off sides, because that's the only thing he's got to look at. You know, he should put on his earmuffs and not listen to anything that's being said. Rather watch that ball move. Instead, he does, and they pick up a free play and a first down.
With Vince Vaughn, Jason Benetti, thanks for joining us. Earmuffs, first down and 10 from the 46 in Rams territory. Lone setback, Hubbard. Snap, feed it into his belly. He jogs to the right, and he ends up with a couple of yards. He stood up and driven forward by Spates and company. It'll be 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and about 7 for Carolina in those black jerseys, silver helmets, Carolina blue shoulders, and the white trim.
I like how Dave Canales has called this drive. He's been very emphatic about running the football regardless, like you talked about, just maybe a 2.5-yard pickup there, but continuing to do that is going to open up an opportunity when they run a run action play pass that gets somebody down the field for a big play.
Lake up at the line, watching the motion man Horn, who breaks it down, fans back to the left, snap to Young, he throws it right for Hubbard on a screen. Running behind the left guard, Damian Lewis, and he goes thundering forward to the line to gain. Landman with the stop. Hubbard points with his right arm to save first down, and the Chew chant start again for Chuba Hubbard.
I mean, the ability of Damian Lewis to get down the field at 327 pounds. I don't know if the defender saw him coming or not, but he absolutely flattens Kitchens, puts him into the turf here at Bank of America Stadium.
Yeah, he ended up on the tension island there. It's first down for Carolina. Ball at the 36. Short side to the right. Tremble attached to the left. McMillan wide left. Snap and a handoff. Hubbard, who has to break it down and angle back to the left to the 34. He's down there with Curl. And it's second down and 8. And Dave Canales had him a couple weeks ago against the Saints. And he said, you know, Bryce Young understands what we did with Russell Wilson in Seattle, that it's not just game management, but let the defense bolster your quarterback. And that's what's happening here with this drive that you're talking about, the play calls here.
It is. He's allowing the things to take place. There, he checked out of something. It was a little cat and mouse game between him and Coach Shula, and Shula won there on first down.
Second down and 8, ball at the 34, Rams territory, 17-14, snapping a handoff. Hubbard running inside right, and he is blasted at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2, and that is all. It's third down and 6. 8:42 to go in the third. Jason Benetti, Ryan Leaf here at the Grainger broadcast booth, Charlotte, North Carolina. The site, Game Changers. Count on Grainger for professional grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by to get what you need. Rams 17, Panthers 14. Third down and 7, Carolina. They've got to get to the 25. They are in field goal range to try to tie this thing. Twins left, one to the right out of the shotgun, Bryce Young. He calls for the snap. He takes it two-handed. Back in 3 steps. Flare it to the right side. Got a catch at the 30. And a big hit by Forbes. The corner on Tommy Tremble. He's down after a gain of 4. And it's fourth down and 3 coming up. 4th and 2.5 for Carolina. And you would imagine they're going to try and tie this game with Fitzgerald.
That's what it looks like they're going to do. I'm a little surprised, though, they aren't going for it. I mean, I don't think you in your mindset, unless you feel real confident with what the defense has done over the last few series, that you're going to get a lot of stops. But tying this game will energize his sideline, will energize this crowd for sure.
46 yards away, right hash mark. Fitzgerald on the approach. The kick is on the way. It angles left, but it is good. He sliced it on through. Fitzgerald, who hadn't missed in 5 weeks before losing one in the finale against Tampa Bay, ties the game at 17-all in the 4-5 game in the NFC. 7:29 in the third quarter. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. And sorry to Kurt, Matthew Stafford's now the all-time postseason leading passer for the Rams, including today. 17-all, 17 Rams and Panthers, 7:29 to go third quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Prime one-day delivery's fast. How fast we talking? We're talking yoga mats and fitness trackers delivered so fast you can kick off your routine tomorrow fast. We're talking weights at your door without really waiting fast. Water bottles and hydration backpacks fast and fast. Resistance bands faster than you could say feel the burn fast. More jump ropes just a hop, skip, and a jump away, aka fast. Whew, that was actually a good workout fast. Fast one-day delivery for all things fitness. It's on Prime.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
You know what they say. Early bird gets the ultimate vacation home. Book early and save over $530 on a week-long stay with Vrbo. Because early gets you closer to the action. Whether it's waves lapping at the shore or snoozing in a hammock that overlooks, well, whatever you want it to. So you can all enjoy the payoff come summer with Vrbo's early booking deals. Rise and shine. Average savings $550. Select homes only. Minimum 7-day stay required.
You know, when your last drive goes for the amount of time that equals the area code for the south suburbs of Chicago, you're doing it right. Carolina, a 7:08 drive for a field goal, 13 plays, 54 yards, 46 yards, strike from Ryan Fitzgerald. We're tied at 17. And the Panthers will kick it off right to left. Sam Martin and Ryan Fitzgerald going to have to team up again. The old holding white glove is on for Martin as the wind has picked up again. He's going to have to go down to a knee with the white glove, holding it at the tip of the ball, and Fitzgerald approaches and swings the leg and pushes it all the way back to the 5-yard line. The 2 for Rivers, over the shoulder to the 10, to the 15, chopping his steps 20, outside the numbers 30. And Ronnie Rivers is down there. It's a 28-yard return and a first down for Los Angeles from the 30-yard line. The Rams, 7 of 9 years under Sean McVay, Ryan, into the postseason. He says he learned those first couple losses about adjustment in the postseason and having to pivot hard. What's the pivot for this offense not seeing the ball yet in the third quarter?
I don't know if there's too much to pivot from. I think it's been mistakes they've made themselves. I'd like to see them continue to run the football and be who they are.
Williams is set back, snapping a handoff to him. He cradles it with the right arm and drives for 3. All the way down to the 33. It's second down and 7 for the Rams. 7-13 in the third. The tackle for A'Shawn Robinson, the second-year Panther.
The answer defensively for Carolina was to bring pressure on that opening drive, because outside of that, they haven't really been able to get to Matthew Stafford or make him feel uncomfortable with just their down 4. So if you want to see more of that here in the second half, you need it with backed up sticks. Running the football at least gives you opportunities with a shorter third down when you get to it.
They were 3 and out in 3 passes previously. 2nd and 7 snap. Stafford off play action. Throws down the middle. Oh, reached by Nakua. He can't reel it in. He threw his hands in the air to try and bring it home. Instead, it's incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 7. Stafford now 0 for 4 in the second half. A 15-second drive, and now this one, which could be almost as short as there's an injured player down. It's Claudin Sherilis, the linebacker for Carolina.
They bring both Roseboom and Morig off the edge, and that's what presents a little bit too much pressure that makes him throw it a split second before he wants to, and in doing so, he is not as accurate down the field. The ball sails, and now you have a 3rd and long.
Oddly enough, Ryan, it's the same script as the first meeting. They were just zooming out of the tunnel. First drive, touchdown. Second drive, get down in the red zone. Matthew Stafford looks just as uncomfortable as he did late against Carolina the first time. We're going to step aside. 6:39 to go, third quarter. 17 all, Rams and Panthers. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
At Navy Federal, we're a trusted partner of the military community, and we're here to guide you through these uncertain times, help you diversify your portfolio, and take control of your finances. We offer a 13-month special certificate with a rate more than double the national average, and members can access financial advisors from one of America's best financial advisory firms awarded by USA Today. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/save-more. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Barbasol, the American original, just got a pick 6. That's right, 6 premium ultra-thin blades on Barbasol's new Ultra 6 Plus razors. Check them out today on Amazon and see why Barbasol's the GOAT of shaving.
Barbasol.
Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte with Ryan Leaf. I'm Jason Benetti, and together with Navy Federal Credit Union, we'd like to thank you for joining us for Westwood One's broadcast of the NFL playoffs, and give an extra special shout out to the over 1 million men and women in uniform stationed around the world in military bases and ships at sea defending our nation. Navy Federal Credit, our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. You hear the crowd rumbling in the background. Everybody standing in Carolina blue jerseys in front of us. Towels whipping around. 3rd down and 7 for the Rams. 6:39 in the third.
This is what winning the division means, Jason. This allows for this to happen by winning the division regardless of your record.
Nakua slot left, part of the trips. Out of the shotgun, Stafford. Pressure shown from Jackson and Smith-Wade at the far side. Stafford changing the play. Time ticking on the play clock. Down to about 10. He'll take the snap, fade back. Stafford throws over the middle. Got it, caught for Adams. Sprinting across the 50-yard line. And down there with Roseboom. It's a gain of 19. First down, Stafford in a clean pocket.
That's the problem with bringing zone blitzes, is the guy dropping into your zone is Roseboom. It's Roseboom who's going to be guarding Davante Adams, unfortunately. And then you get into a man-to-man situation, and when Davante catches the ball, he ultimately kind of runs away from Roseboom enough to get the first down.
Roseboom, who was a practice squad special teams guy for the Rams and has really blossomed with Carolina. Snap on a first down quickly for Stafford, who pats the ball, reaches back twice. Now he fires, and a challenged opportunity incomplete. Batted away by Roseboom. Back in coverage on Nakua that time, but that was closer quarters and a better challenge for Roseboom that time.
Yeah, the Jackrabbit from South Dakota State, he had to stay with Puka Nakua that whole time because Matthew Stafford had forever to throw the ball. Stafford once again, and his follow-through came down on the face mask this time of the defender, and he's waiting forever, holding on to that ball, waiting for a guy to get open.
He hit Wanham again on that follow-through. DJ Wanham got a piece of him and took it to the ground. 2nd and 10, Rams into Panther territory from the 48. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Snap for Stafford. He waits back in the pocket, drops it off Williams, breaking to the left, and a shoestring tackle. He's wrestled down by Smith-Wade, just wrenching him down by the gold shoe top. It's a gain of 5. Could have been a first down.
Could have been a first down. Big tackle, because now you put him in another situation to have to convert on 3rd down. Make it hard for them. This was a big thing that you talked to me about all week, about how much zone defense they play, how they keep everything in front of you, and you have to make them, be efficient, and something Matthew Stafford doesn't necessarily want to do because he likes to make big plays down the field.
They're 2 for 8 on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 5 here. Ball at the 43. Trips right. Nakua closest to the sideline. Snap to Stafford. Looking that way. Launching that way. Adams reaches back. Brings it in. He gets decked by Nick Scott. Did he hang on? No, he did not. There's a marker in. Adams got absolutely obliterated by Scott. Mid-air collision.
He is a defenseless player, yes. But I don't know about the launch of... the only way you dislodge the ball from the receiver here is if you make the hit like this. That's the point in doing it.
It's either 4th and 5 or a first down, Rams. We'll find out from Clete Blakeman and his crew. Nick Scott, the former Ram, has the spotlight on him.
It's a great pass play, great route. Ball's perfectly placed. He goes up, turns.
That's a legal hit. We're watching the closed circuit. I don't know what else you can do.
He actually even turns his head away. He turns his head away from...
Personal foul. Hit against a defensive player.
He leads with the top of his head, but he doesn't go crown first into Adams' head. Oh, man. That is just a really tough... It's a tough situation for a defensive back to be in, is all I'm saying. What are you supposed to do would be the question I would ask.
It's a moving target, A.
Yeah.
And you turn your head away from it. I could understand the idea of you see what you tackle. So if your eyes are up, maybe you go a little bit lower and hit him in the sternum. That still probably dislodges the ball, but that was such a bang-bang play, and a good one by Nick Scott to dislodge the ball. Just a big call here to start the super wild card weekend in game 1.
Adams is over to the sideline. They're looking at him after that resounding.
Like he bit his tongue.
What's that?
It looked like he bit his tongue. He's bleeding from his tongue a little bit.
That is an uncomfortable spot to be in. 3 tight ends here. Allen to the right. Higbee and Parkinson to the left. Under center, Stafford takes the snap, hands it off. Williams running right. He gets bucked down by Jackson down to the 23-yard line. It'll be second down and 5. 5 minutes flat to go, third quarter. Still, the boos are circling Bank of America Stadium after that call.
I mean, I've played football for so long in my life. I've been out of it for quite a bit too. That still feels like such a football play. I understand trying to make it as safe as possible, but listen, this game isn't safe. And you can't ask a defender who's done something his entire life not to do that in that moment to try to break up a pass play.
They bring Mumfield and Tutu Atwell in. Motion Atwell wide to the right, snap to Stafford. Play action fake, drop it off on a screen. Parkinson incomplete. It's off his hands and down to the deck. It'll be third down and 6 for Los Angeles at 4:26 to go in the third from the Panther 24. Another screen set up, but the Panthers were wise to it.
And that was a rookie too, Nick Scorton, who was there. And not to be fooled with all the eye candy. Instead, he stays exactly with his guy and is right there to remove Parkinson from the football and set up another third down.
So it's Nakua wide to the left. Call it third down and 5 officially. Wide to the right, Parkinson. Williams, the tailback. Trips left, including Mumfield. Snap to Stafford, a little bit low. He makes the catch, stands in the pocket, launches deep far side left. Incomplete for Nakua. He and Jackson were conjoined twins in the end zone. Phenomenal coverage, fourth down.
That's a great word for it. It was phenomenal because he was in phase. As the ball's in the air, he turns his head, finds the ball, and doesn't let Puka Nakua get anywhere near it. Uses his left arm to shield it, the right arm in case it got a little too close. Great job in terms of coverage by Mike Jackson,
who played with Dave Canales as the quarterbacks coach for Seattle back in 22 in a loss in the wild card round. Mevis for a 42-yard field goal. He stares down at his feet. The ball at the hash mark right, tied at 17. He approaches, he drives the leg, and it is straight through again. A bullseye from Mevis, and a Rams lead of 20-17 off the penalty, 4:17 in the third. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role, but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to 60%, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Barbasol, the American original, just got a pick 6. That's right, 6 premium ultra-thin blades on Barbasol's new Ultra 6 Plus razors. Check them out today on Amazon and see why Barbasol's the GOAT of shaving.
Barbasol. When I wake up
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Prime Video's exclusive wild card game is tonight. The Green Bay Packers take on the Chicago Bears in the latest chapter of the NFL's oldest rivalry tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. You can also hear that game right here on Westwood One and the Westwood One Sports app. Our friends at Prime Video will have that for you in lovely Chicago, where it might snow We'll find out. 20-17. Los Angeles over Carolina. 4:17 to go, third quarter, with Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti, our entire crew at Bank of America Stadium, and the Panthers will get it back. Kickoff for Evans goes sailing inside the 5. It's caught by Leggett up the 10 to the 15, 20-yard line. He'll cut back to the 30, chop his steps, and soar across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A 28-yard return, and that's first down for the Panthers from the 31. And a little conversation after the play on the near sideline. There is a marker down late on the play. One of the Panthers staffers is signaling it's against Los Angeles. There's a guy on the sideline who's just walking up and down, clapping his hands feverishly, who's like, that is definitely on them. So we'll see what Clete Blakeman has to say.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking team number 94 for a taunt. 15-yard penalty for the end of the run. First down, Carolina. And this is number 94's first foul towards a disqualification.
Yeah, it's on Detroit native Desjuan Johnson, the 7th-round pick in 23. Sean McVay talking to him over on the sideline, but another Rams penalty, number 7 for 70 yards.
Significant, something that only happens when the pressure mounts, right? That's just where those things start to happen. You start feeling a little bit more, your emotions take over, and just not an optimal time to hand 15 yards to Carolina.
From the 46, Carolina snap to Young, flare it out for Dowdle. He reels it in 45, steps outside and gets thrown forward by Forbes at the 50-yard line. The former Washington Commander hauls him down. It's a gain of 5 for Dowdle, who defensive coordinators will tell you, you get that guy on a corner, somebody's getting hurt, and it's not number 5 in black.
No, you have, in that running back room, you have Rico Dowdle at 6 foot, 215 pounds, and Chuba Hubbard at 6 foot 1, 210. Like they are big, physical running backs, and they take people on, and they burrow and get forward yards always.
Call it 2nd and 4, snap and a broken eye. Handoff for Dowdle, trying to get by the backside pressure, and he's taken down by Forbes again. It'll be 3rd down and 4. And just moments ago on the closed circuit TV broadcast, we saw Sean McVay in slow motion, reading lips. He said, we can't do that right now to Desjuan Johnson. And he was halfway through. Why did you? And then he just stopped.
Yeah.
Because it's not valuable.
It's not valuable to understand why you did something. You just can't do it in that moment. And he did, and now he gave Carolina, who they're trying to stop at home in this big game, from any sort of forward momentum after they kick the field goal to take the lead.
Forbes off with an injury, so McCreary in at the top side. Part of the cornerback spot for Los Angeles. Snap to Young, pocket crumbling. He throws down the middle, incomplete for Leggett, trying to pick on McCreary. That was the matchup. It's incomplete, so Roger McCreary, the former Tennessee Titan who came over just before Halloween, gets a big defensive stop, and it looks like Carolina's going to go for it on 4th and 4.
I'm a little interested with the idea of understanding that you're going to go for it on 4th down there, why they didn't run the football there. They just picked up 7 on 2 carries. Essentially now they're in a position where they're going to probably throw the ball. They're definitely going to throw the ball with an empty set as they start in.
They'll go empty, as you said. 4th down and 4. Trips to the right, including Hubbard. Out of the shotgun from the Ram 48. Snap to Young, looking left. Here comes the pressure. He'll roll to the right, slam on the brakes. Young in his face. Bryce Young throwing incomplete. Byron Young was there, just breathing fire to speed him up, and the Rams take over on downs. Carolina, who had 27 4th down conversions in the regular season, the most in 3.5 decades in the NFL, misses for the 2nd time on 4th down.
When you go empty, you really are limited in terms of what your pass route's going to be. And if you don't hit something really quick, there's not a lot you can do to scramble, and that's exactly what happened there. Put in a bad position, they don't get it done, and they turn the ball over at midfield once again to the Rams.
Pass pro issues there as well out of the empty. End of the 3rd quarter coming up at 2:46 to go in this 3rd. First down for Los Angeles. They're going to try and strike before the close of the 3rd quarter. 20-17, the Rams with the lead over the Panthers. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports. Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 60. .246 third quarter. The Rams set up shop at their own 48, middle of the field. Motion Allen right to left, 1 of 3 tight ends, snapping a handoff. Corum running inside left. He sneaks through and gets shouldered down at the 47. Call it 6 on a first down carry. Second down and 4 coming up. The Rams at 2:33 to go in the third, lead by 3, Ryan.
I mean, there's no hesitation with Corum there when he gets the ball. I mean, he doesn't dance around behind the line of scrimmage. He puts his foot in the ground and goes. A little bullet that picks up 6 before he's grounded.
Again, this line has created such surge this year. They get about 2 yards a carry before contact for the season. Matthew Stafford just 2 for his last 11, so they rely on the run game. Snap and a play action fake. He'll roll to the left, standing at the 45. Pressure coming. He is doused. Crushed by Trevis Gibson. Stafford turned out of his roll and got crumpled for a loss of 9.
All because it was some great coverage down the field. He had nowhere to go with the football. He booted out, was on the perimeter near the Rams sideline. He makes a guy miss, but as he steps back, it comes right into the cavalry coming, and that's Trevis Gibson who pummels him to set up a long third down.
Panthers just got him before week 9 off the practice squad of San Francisco as Davante Adams is back into the game. He has been the last couple plays. 3rd and 12 from the 45. They've got to get all the way down to the Panther 42. High snap. Stafford reels it in. Sets in the pocket. Fires far side. Jumping interception by Jackson on the far sideline. He is down inside the 40 at the 38 in his own territory. But Stafford pulled the string since he hit his hand on the follow through. He's been a totally different guy. 2 for 13 since that follow through with that pick.
This play is a double move by Davante Adams, and it almost looks like he's a little hesitant to do the double move out on the perimeter, because when he gets ready to go, Matthew Stafford just underthrows him, and Mike Jackson once again reads it perfectly. It almost feels like he knew that they weren't going to try a deep pass, but rather a double fake on him, because he read that perfectly, came underneath the route, and the ball was thrown directly to him as he makes another big interception on Matthew Stafford.
He had the pick 6 in week 13. He also allowed just 2 catches on 7 targets in that game. So scrimmage is the 38. Snap, handoff, Hubbard running outside left, turns against Lake and gets buried by Quentin Lake. No gain, 2nd and 10. Lake back from that dislocated elbow week 11 against Seattle. And a big ad for this defense. Under a minute, third quarter, Ryan, 20-17, Los Angeles.
There's something that Coach Shula on the defensive side of the football, he doesn't necessarily match up with personnel. He plays a ton of nickel, and that's why Quentin Lake gets out there. He's more of a linebacker, kind of, he follows a receiver. That's why he's been so good at the line of scrimmage making tackles. Having him back is such a plus for Coach Shula on the defensive side of the football.
We just followed Horn in motion here. 2nd and 9 snap. Young Dancing in the pocket, throwing down the middle, wide open man, 35-30 Coker, 25-20, a Euro step inside the 15, and he high steps inside the 10 out of bounds. It's a gain of 53.
You have the earthquake play in Seattle when you had a team that people didn't expect to win against the New Orleans Saints led by Drew Brees. Here's an example of a touch throw over the middle layered, and Coker gets everybody off their feet, pounding and trembling as they end the third quarter in scoring position.
Here comes the crowd. In the middle of this hurricane is Bryce Young of a family of psychologists. He says he tries to level himself off as much as possible. That's going to be tough to do as he tries to drive for the first playoff win in 10 years for Carolina. End of the third quarter. The score, Rams 20, Panthers 17. We got a game. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One.
At Navy Federal, we're a trusted partner of the military community, and we're here to guide you through these uncertain times, help you diversify your portfolio, and take control of your finances. We offer a 13-month special certificate with a rate more than double the national average, and members can access financial advisors from one of America's best financial advisory firms awarded by USA Today. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/save more. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now, in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The lights are out here in Charlotte. The only illumination is the ribbon board and some cell phone lights. 20-17 Rams end of the third quarter. And don't forget to join us Sunday, February 8th for Super Bowl 60. Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Gene Steratore, Ryan Harris, Laura Oakman have all the excitement live from the Bay Area starting 5 p.m. Eastern. Scott Graham, Ross Tucker kick off the pregame coverage noon Eastern time, followed by a live 2-hour tailgate show hosted by the Golics. To listen to the live stream for free, visit WestwoodOneSports.com or download the Westwood One Sports app today. 20-17 Rams, end of the third quarter, but 1 yard shy of the longest pass play of the year for Carolina from Young to Coker sets them up first and goal.
I mean, great patience by Bryce Young as he stepped up in the pocket, but then he's just found this relationship with Jalen Coker down the stretch this season, a guy that he trusts implicitly that he's going to be in the place that he's supposed to be in. He puts it on the number, and then the big fella rumbles and gets him inside the 10-yard line to set up a first and goal.
Coker motions attached to the formation to the right. Snap. Chuba Hubbard sees play action, rolling to the right. Young throwing near side. It's caught that time by Coker trying to break a tackle, and he's flattened by Landman on the sideline, and a marker comes in. They had to throw it after the penalty on the previous drive, going against the Panthers and Mike Jackson, Nick Scott, I should say. So Landman gets the penalty marker here. Coker was trying to break a tackle from Lake, and then Landman went head-to-head, pushed him out of bounds. It's first down and goal.
I suspect they looked at him as defenseless. I don't know. I mean, looks like a pretty darn good hit again. It's football. Let's go.
You call one, then you got it like
it's a
slippery slope.
Yeah, and again, that just shows you more and more how silly the concept is. It's a makeup call. Come on now.
First and goal for Carolina. They'll work from the 3-yard line. 3 tight ends in. Hubbard the lone setback. Young under center. Bryce Young barking out signals. The former first overall pick takes the snap. Hands it off Hubbard. Running inside right. Stood up. Driving the legs. To the goal line. Touchdown. All muscle for Chuba Hubbard. His second score of the day. And the Panthers, after 8 years away from the playoffs, are on top 23-20 at 14:34 to go in their house.
Just letting this kind of soak in. The atmosphere of playoff football is a different animal. The physicality up front. You get the penalty. You put it right down their throats to take the lead in the fourth quarter with nothing to lose.
Extra point for Ryan Fitzgerald, the 25-year-old rookie. Snap is good. Martin's hold is good. The kick is on the way, and it is true. Carolina takes the lead over the Rams. 14:34 to go off the interception by Jackson. Panthers by 4. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Next summer, the world's biggest tournament comes to America. But long before first kick, the real work happens at home, where families are gearing up for game day. From the locker room to the laundry room, Henkel's trusted brands are fueling performance, strengthening bonds, and celebrating every clean sheet, every bold style, every repaired cleat, and every unstoppable moment. Because the game may be played on the field, but it's won in the everyday. Winning starts at home with Henkel's family of brands, including Persil laundry detergent, Got To Be hair care products, Dial soap, and Loctite adhesives. Proud partners of U.S. Soccer.
Check the drive summary sponsored by University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore more than 135 low-cost degrees and certificates and gain the skills top employers are seeking. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev. 4 plays, 62 yards, and a touchdown for Chuba Hubbard in a $140 after the pick. The last Panthers home playoff game was 2016, the 2015 season. Their last touchdown was a Luke Kuechly pick six. Cam Newton was the quarterback. They're both here. Greg Olsen was on that team.
I saw Luke Kuechly. Yeah,
they're all working. It's like a working reunion. So
you put them all back in the same room together. This team gets influenced into winning, and I'm telling you right now, there's panic on that Los Angeles Rams sideline.
Kickoff from Fitzgerald to Rivers at the 10 at the numbers right side, 15-20. And he tiptoes across the 30-yard line and flies to the 33. It's a return of 23, and here comes Matthew Stafford and the Rams. So 14:29 to go, 24-20. How do you deal with that panic you're observing for the Rams, Ryan?
Well, the best thing they've got going for them is they got a guy who's played 17 years wearing number 9 that waltzes onto the field. He looks everybody in the eye in that huddle, and he says, hey, I got this, okay? And that's the best response you can have now. He's been very up and down since his hand got hit by the defender, and he hasn't been as accurate. This is his time to step up and prove it. They'll run the football here on first down.
He'll work the 32, hand it to Nakua, running right side 30. Up the numbers outside of him, 35, and he slides down to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. That's his first touch of the second half. Puka Nakua, 6 catches in the first half, none in the second half. Got to feed him there.
And that was the question I was going to ask you. You know, how that feels like it's the first time he's touched the ball in the second half, and it is. And that's exactly what Sean McVay thought when he was putting up a game plan or a scheme here on this drive. I got to get my best player the football.
I literally just said to our statistician, Tim Bickford, no catches for Nakua in the second half, right? He nodded. We did it non-verbally. It was very nice. Second down, snap, play action for Stafford. Back to the 30. He reaches back, fires down the middle, caught by Adams. 45, outside the numbers, 40, angling out of bounds. 39, ushered out by Jackson. Gain of 23, Davante Adams. First down, Rams at 13:44 to go.
I mean, that ball going in this direction with those gusts of wind, that ball looked like it hit a wall and then just kind of diverted left, almost like a giant hanging curveball. And Davante Adams went down, picked it up, ran across the field for more yards after the catch for a first down.
Well, with Matthew Stafford's history in Highland Park, Texas, and Clayton Kershaw, he knows a good curveball. First down and 10 from the 39 in Panther territory. Wide right is Allen. Under center, Stafford takes the snap, handed off right side. Jockeying outside is Williams, and he is dumped down after a gain of 1. Derek Brown with the hit. Hey, Nutrafol Men is the game plan that puts you back in control of thinning hair. Go to Nutrafol.com/men to start today. 12:55 remaining. Second down and 9 for the Rams. Ball at the Carolina 38. A field goal doesn't give them the lead. It's 24-20 Carolina. How about that 7.5 or 7:10-ish drive by Carolina to take the air out of this in the third quarter? They go twins right, 2 to the left. Motion Smith wide left. Snap to Stafford. Quick set. Throw it right side. He's got a completion at the 30-yard line to Kua, and he's stonewalled right there. Sherilis and Merrick together stopped his progress. Nakua's second touch on the drive. This one on a reception. His first of the half. 3rd and 1. What do you like here?
Pride's not going to get in the way of Matthew Stafford here, trying to advance in this playoff tournament. And when you have someone like Puka Nacua going up against these zone coverages, and you know he can get 7-8 yards at a clip, I mean, that's where I'm looking every single time. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the right side right now, right over the ball.
Quick snap, 3rd and 1. Williams stays in to pass block. Stafford lets it rip, far side right. A jumping try and a pick incomplete. Scott high pointed it. He was on it. Nacua wasn't even close to the ball. That ball, again, you talk about it hitting a wall. It just died. 4th and 1.
Interesting. He does go to Nacua, but Nakua's just running a straight go route, and it was nowhere to be found. He throws the ball up for grabs. Nick Scott has the interception in the end zone. Puka Nacua becomes the defender, knocks it out of his hands, and now you got a 4th down that they stopped in the second half that turned this, or second quarter that turned this game around.
Here we go. 1 yard at stake. 4th down and 1. Williams, the tailback from the Carolina 30 with the Panthers up 4. Heavy box for Carolina in black. Smith in motion. Snap and a handoff. Williams straight ahead, and he guns it for a first down. It's a gain of 1.5. And Los Angeles, again, yards before anybody touches the running back. They are top 5 in the NFL. 1 yard is fish in a barrel. First down.
They just marked that a little interesting right there. That made it, they moved it forward, but, I mean, he didn't get it by half a foot probably.
Ball at the 29 and a quarter maybe. Williams alone setback. They'll stack the 3 tight ends left. Snap, handoff, Williams running behind all those tight ends into Merrick. And he's down at the 22, shoulder to shoulder. It's a gain of 7. They figured it out in week 6. 13 personnel is their jam. Even with Terrence Ferguson out, they ran right behind it there.
Not only the 13 personnel, but they move over an offensive lineman, and they don't substitute here. They come right back to it. 13 personnel again, 1 running back, 3 tight ends. Davante Adams is a lone wide receiver out there, lined up to the right.
2 tight ends left, 1 to the right along with Adams. On a second down and short. Snap, handoff, Williams again. Gets the line untouched. And he chops his steps down to the 19.5. He's going to be about a yard short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and 1, but good for the goose, good for the gander here. The Rams ramming it down the throat of the Panthers. 24-20 Carolina, 10:20 to go in our first of 6 playoff games this wild card weekend.
They substitute Nacua. He comes in, but Davante Adams goes out. So they stay in 13 personnel, which they dominated with the line of scrimmage, running the football over the last 3 plays.
It's Corum, the tailback. Nacua attached right. He'll motion right to left, and it's a snap and a sneak. Stafford runs forward to the 17. He's down knee first. Bobby Brown with a tackle. First down Rams, 9:53 to go. And Matthew Stafford, who all year has a grand total of 3 yards rushing. He had 1 before that. He just tripled his output on the ground.
Yeah, it's playoffs.
You got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to do.
In the red zone now, the Rams. Nakua hooked to the formation right. 2 tight ends to the left, including Parkinson. Corum the tailback snap, and a motion man handoff goes to Nakua. He slows his steps and then gets across the 15. A little leisurely pace down to the 13. Nakua hit by Derek Brown. It's a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 on the way. 9:15 to go, and the Rams slugging it out in the trenches now with Carolina.
Same play that they opened this drive with. This time to the left. Just a sweep with Nakua carrying the football. He picks up about 4 yards, like you said, and now they get out of that 13 personnel. Now you go out and see 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back.
It's Adams wide to the left, snap to the 13. Stafford looking him down, throws down the middle, caught by Williams inside the 5, and he hops into the end zone. Touchdown. Kyron Williams on the score, out of the backfield, down the middle. Matthew Stafford gives the Rams the lead once again, 26-24. Little angle route got the job done.
Just like in the first half on their first touchdown when Puka Nakua was in the backfield, this time Kyron Williams is one-on-one with Claude Shirless, and he is not able to keep up. A little angle route that he gets away with, and Stafford puts it right on him for a touchdown.
For the perfect catch and run scenario, now Mevis, who's not missed an extra point in his NFL career at 8:47 in the 4th, tries to make it a 3-point game. He torques his body in position, snap, and the hold is down. The kick is on the way, and it is perfect again. The Rams take the lead on a long drive, 11 plays, 27-24. The Rams over the Panthers, 8:47 to go. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
And Doug.
Oh, what a horrible call. Hey, ref, open your eyes. Ref, you're really not going to call that? Come on.
Hey, ref, why don't you customize your car insurance with Liberty Mutual and save money?
I don't think you get what we're doing.
Sure I do. We're all just giving him advice. You guys on sports, me on saving money.
Nope, that's not it.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Straight Talk presents the math of more. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at the Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Jason Benetti, Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Bank of America Stadium. Draw up a winning play with Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger will help your business cross the goal line. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 27-24 Rams over the Panthers, 8:47 to go. The Rams just punched it in on a Kyron Williams catch for a score, and Matthew Stafford has the Rams in the lead. That first Panther game was one of 2 games without a catch for Williams. He's got the biggest one of his season so far in this 4th quarter.
This is a big opportunity for the young Bryce Young and solidifying his stature as the #1 overall pick. I got a little stat for you here. Young has led 12 career game-winning drives in the 4th quarter or overtime, including one this year against LA in Week 13. That's the most in the NFL since he was drafted in 2023. So a real opportunity. So much skepticism out there. You know, what do you want from this young quarterback? It's been spitting, starting, going back and forth, the fan base, and then he'd have games that were so great. Here you go. Everything in front of you and the biggest platform available.
That's in a total of 15 wins, by the way, for the Panthers the last 3 years. They get it into 35. The kickoff went through the end zone. A missile on the kickoff from Evans. Orbit motion from Horn. Snap to Young, and we have a whistle. It's a false start coming against Carolina. A rare penalty against the Panthers so far today, just their 4th accepted penalty. Here's the call.
False start. Offense, number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's on Cade Mays, the 4th-year former Volunteer, who's shaking his head in frustration.
And it's the last thing you wanted to start the drive like this. Just any backward motion at all. Everything if you could do is just forward motivating for this team. Now you're behind the sticks to start this drive, a drive you need to get back in the football game.
They're going to go empty here. Tetero and McMillan wide to the right. Trips to the left. Young, black top, black bottom. Carolina blue on the sides. Takes the snap. He's ready to throw in 3 steps. He'll fling it far side. Caught by Coker, who doubles back to the 33, and he's jammed down by Lake at the 34. So call it 4 yards. 2nd and 11 coming up for Carolina with 8:35 to go. Both teams with 3 timeouts.
I don't like the decision for them to go empty. It has done nothing for them today. Los Angeles has had a plan for it, and unfortunately for Carolina and Bryce Young, it's just been nothing positive to move them forward, and now they're 2nd and long instead of a more manageable situation.
They're going to go 2 backs here. Dowdle in the backfield. ETN as well. They'll motion ETN wide to the right in a trips formation now. Snap. It's a middle screen caught by Coker. He jogs back. He steps forward, and he is drilled at the 32-yard line. Byron Young, Cam Curl, and company. It's a loss of 2, and it's 3rd and forever for Carolina with under 8 to go, trailing by 3.
Any sort of hesitation at the NFL level, it just gets you killed. Yeah. You have to plant that foot and go. He had an entourage, a convoy ahead of him of offensive linemen down the field, paving the way. Instead, he tries to make one more lateral move. The hesitation just stops everything clean, and now it's 3rd and forever for the Carolina Panthers.
From the 32, they've got to get to the 45 on their own soil. Out of the shotgun, 2 to the right. Tremble to the left. Snap is low. Young has to reach down for it. He cocks the arm, fires right side for Coker down the sideline. Close range at the edge, and it's incomplete. Good coverage by Durant, who hemmed him into that sideline, pinned him to the edge. It's 4th down and 13.
You know, pinning into the edge, then it makes for a smaller target if you're Bryce Young. And when we're throwing to a spot, and that's usually the outside shoulder of your wide receiver. And when he gets pushed to the sideline that far, I mean, your target becomes so small, Jason, that you have to be incredibly accurate. And unfortunately, it was more to the sideline and an incomplete pass.
Outstanding job by Durant running him to that sideline. So Martin's going to punt to Xavier Smith. He'll fly it in the air deep again inside the 20. Smith juggles it and pulls it in. Oh, goodness. Rams will have it off a 49-yard punt. Will step aside, but barely. 7-14, 4th quarter. Rams 27, Panthers 24. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Postseason start number 11 for Matthew Stafford in his career, a Super Bowl winner back in 2021, and he's going to try and grind out the time on Carolina. 1st down and 10 for the Rams in the white with blue and gold. He's under center, 3 tight ends. Allen in motion, snapping a stretch play left for Corum against Horn at the corner. He gets by him and then flies forward down to the 23. It's a gain of 4 on 1st down. Roseboom eventually made the stop. 2nd and 6, and we'll see the toughness of the Rams run game now, Ryan.
Listen, Jason, I wouldn't come out of this personnel the rest of the game. I mean, they've dominated this last series. I think Sean McVay fully understands that if you don't see 13 personnel almost every time now until the end of the game, I think it would be a big mistake.
Stafford taking a while in the huddle. Probably not the same jocularity as that viral clip a couple years ago where he basically said McVay needs to stop talking, jokingly. They've got time to spare those snap. Play action for Stafford. He steps up in the pocket, fires down the middle. Nakua in traffic, reels it in just short of the 40-yard line. He goes down after a gain of 16. There were 3 Panthers around, including Horn and Sherilis. It's first down, Rams.
And both Horn and Sherilis bang into each other. Horn still on the ground.
Scorton came in late. They were both vulnerable. Scorton came in and clanged off of everybody. But yeah, Horn and Sherilis down on the ground as Puka Nakua, who dropped a ball that could have been the end of the line for the Panthers in the first half, as they're going to walk Horn off and Sherilis. But it's a first down, Los Angeles, Ryan. And that play action game off those couple of runs is lethal.
It's so difficult to find the guy you're guarding because you're so used to running, and so you have to get to the line of scrimmage. You have one receiver in the route, which was Puka Nakua. He is in between 3 defenders, and Matthew Stafford still puts the ball right on him for a first down.
They'll break the huddle on a shotgun and now go under center. From the 39, Stafford under center, Corum the lone setback, motion Allen, snap, handoff straight ahead for Corum. He dodges to the right, and he moves the pile to the 44-yard line to the 45, and a marker comes in. It's all the way back at the 36. Man, the Rams have had great aim at their own feet with the pistol today.
67. 10-yard penalty. We play first down.
That negates a 9-yard gain. Instead, it's on Dedich, who's in for the injured Kevin Dotson at right guard.
Yeah, you have the defender, Bobby Brown, just cut across him, and he just hog ties him around the waist and pulls him to the ground right in front of the official. He jumps up emphatic. The official throws the flag right at his feet, and now it sets it up for a long first and forever.
Call it first and 20 as the Rams continue to cause problems for themselves with their 9th penalty. Stafford out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's in the pocket. He loads up. He fires. It's batted and down to the ground. Incomplete. Jackson was reaching over the shoulder of Devontae Adams to try and pluck it for a pick. Roseboom was there as well. That ball dangled in the air for a while.
It gets right to the hands, but Mike Jackson, he just reaches through with his left hand, splits the 2 hands of Devontae Adams, almost tips it back up to himself for an interception. He's played an incredible game tonight.
He had a pick earlier. He's made some great plays driving on the ball. 2nd and 20. 5:39 to go. Rams football at their own 29, leading 27-24. Charlotte in full, throat loud. Snap and a 4-man rush. Stafford back at the 20. He rolls to the right, drops it off for Corum. A sweeping try, steps through that tackle, and down he goes at the 32 in the arms of Bam Martin Scott, the rookie out of South Carolina. Just a gain of 3. 3rd and 17, 5:22 to go.
Only 4 down linemen rushed there, but they got enough pressure on Matthew Stafford that pushed him out and made him drop it off, and that's perfectly fine if you're the Carolina Panthers. Everything is in front of you. Make them throw it short of the sticks, rally, make the tackle, get off the field, and give your offense another chance.
They'll sub in an extra defensive back. Martin Scott is off. It's 3rd and 17. Rams have to get to the 49. Scrimmage the 32. Adams wide left, Nakua wide right. Corners well off. Snap to Stafford. He's in the pocket. He throws down the middle. Caught by Corum at the 37. He crosses the 40 and nothing more. And then the 42. Roseboom and Scott collapse on him. 4:42 to play. The penalty again is a drive killer. And it's 4th down for Los Angeles.
Yeah, because you simply, as a defense for Carolina, is just try to get pressure with your 4 down linemen and then keep everything in front of you. Rally, make the tackle like they did on 2nd. 3rd down, now they get an opportunity. Just as they had before, the defense steps up for them once again.
Ethan Evans back to punt at the 27 in the white and blue. It's a high snap. He pulls it in. It is blocked. It's blocked and fluttering down to the ground. Isaiah Simmons bursts through, and the Panthers take over at the 30-yard line. The kid out of Clemson, where they played their home games, the first season of this franchise, flips 20-25 for Carolina. Incombe the recovery at 4:12 to go.
Listen, I can't tell you how impressive this is. He's a first-round draft pick. He goes to the Arizona Cardinals. He's been bounced around from team to team. He gets here and relegated to special teams. And guess what? 2 times tonight now, he's made 2 of the biggest plays on special teams in the playoffs. He gets down and gets a stop inside the 10-yard line. And there, with a block punt, sets up his offense with a huge opportunity to win this football game.
Good things come to those who wait is what the Panthers are hoping for. 8 years since they've been in the playoffs. 1st and 10, trailing by 3. 4:12 to go out of the pistol. Horn in motion right to left. Snap. Hot pass over the middle. Caught by McMillan. He crashes down to the 14-yard line with Cam Curl. It's a gain of 16, maybe 17. Bryce Young snapped it off in a heartbeat.
I talked to you about the ball handling the quarterbacks have to do this day and age. It was so good there. I thought he handed the ball off. He kept it with a run-pass option with McMillan right over behind the vacating linebacker for a huge play.
Bryce Young, 6 plays, 65-yard drive to win against the Rams in Week 13. Can he do it again? 3:35 to go, trailing by 3. Horn in motion left to right. Snap, handoff, Hubbard, straight away, rummaging for extra yards, driven by the offensive line, down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 7. The Chew chant comes across Charlotte. 3:17 to go. The Panthers inside the 10.
More like what Week 13 looked like, just overwhelming them at the offensive line position, pushing that defensive front back, and then Chuba Hubbard with 6'1", 215 pounds, him pushing the pile along with them, and now they are in a really good position. Now it's about time. You can use as much time as you can possibly can and get a touchdown here, limiting Matthew Stafford and the Rams. That would go a long, long way.
2:48 to go. The Rams sub in the big run stopper, Davis. Snap, pop again in the air. It's deflected and incomplete. Bryce Young trying to leap into a throw, deflected by Landman. It's 3rd down and 3. Nate Landman riding with Young there, right with him to deflect it.
It's just seemed like Dave Canales tonight is in situations tried to get too cute when really what they have that's going for them so much is how they can run the football so well. 2nd and 3, pound it, pick up the first down and get inside that and have 3 downs to maybe do something cute for a touchdown. But now they're in a tough position because they're most likely going to have to try to throw the football here on 3rd and 3.
Trips left. 3rd and 3 from the 7. Widest is McMillan with Durant up there. Snap to Young, looking left, lobbing it that direction, back of the end zone. Touchdown, Coker! At the far left back pylon, he hugs it down to the ground, and the Panthers have erupted the Queen City of North Carolina. It's 30-27 with 2:39 to go.
Bryce Young gets the matchup he wants on Cam Curl, the safety, and then a perfectly thrown pass on a corner route allows Coker and his size just to overwhelm and get to the corner of the end zone for the touchdown to take the lead.
Bryce Young, by the time that ball hit Coker's hands for his 9th catch, was seated on the ground. The snap, the hold, the kick is up for Fitzgerald, and he drives it through. This Panthers team, which will not go to sleep here in 2025, just sat right back up like the Undertaker again. I mean, they just take a punch over and over and over and over. 2:39 to go. They're in the playoffs because the team that ended up in a 3-way tie with them got a win in Week 18. It didn't matter for the Falcons.
They've lost 3 of the last 4 games, in fact, since they beat the Rams. So when people talk about backdooring into the playoffs, this is the definition of what Carolina did. But it also goes to show everybody that if you were awarded for winning the division home field advantage, listen, there's been 8 of these games, really, and they've only won 2 of them. 2 of the bigger ones we talked about a little bit earlier with Seattle and New Orleans. This is the one that everybody's going to look at because a lot of people don't think that Carolina deserve to have a home playoff game in this situation. This is the difference.
Last time a team with 8 or fewer wins beat a team with 12 or more wins in the playoffs. Tebow Magic. Back in 2011, Denver against Pittsburgh.
Overtime.
1 play for the touchdown.
To the late, great Demaryius Thomas.
Oh, what a phenomenal talent. Gone way too soon. The Panthers will kick it off. Martin the hold for Fitzgerald on the approach. And he swings the leg and boots it away to the 7-yard line. It's Ronnie Rivers up the numbers 10, 15, 20. Tiptoeing to the 25. Head and shoulders down to the ground. Out of bounds at the 28. It's a 22-yard return, and Matthew Stafford in year number 17. In his first playoff start, he threw 2 picks to Jabari Greer of New Orleans. He's seen every manner of adversity in the postseason. He's got a chance to drive a stake through the hearts of these playoff-starved fans in Charlotte.
And they need a touchdown. Field goal will not do it. They have to get into the end zone. And they have to do it in the next 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
They'll set sail from the 29. Williams to his right. Snap to Stafford, back in 3. Throwing for Nakua. It flutters to him, and Nakua cradles it down at the 36. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. He still reeled it in. Gain of 7. It's 2nd down and 3 with 2:20 to play.
When you throw it as hard as Matthew Stafford does, it really doesn't matter what gets in the way, apparently, as it still is accurate enough to Puka.
Throw it through the wall. 2nd down snap to Stafford. Quickly throws down the middle. Caught by Adams. At the 45, he sits down, gain of 9. 1st down, 2:04 to go as we move to the 2-minute warning here in Charlotte. Their first home playoff game in 10 seasons since they made it to the Super Bowl is coming down to the wire. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The score, Carolina 31, Los Angeles 27. Come with us. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
At Navy Federal, we're a trusted partner of the military community, and we're here to guide you through these uncertain times, help you diversify your portfolio, and take control of your finances. We offer a 13-month special certificate with a rate more than double the national average, and members can access financial advisors from one of America's best financial advisory firms awarded by USA Today. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/save more. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Back in rabid Charlotte, North Carolina. 31-27 Carolina over the Rams. 2 minutes to go. 1st down and 10 for the Rams with Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti. Thanks for joining us wherever you might be. Stay on the road. This has been an adventure from the 46 in Rams territory. As you said, Ryan, the Rams need a touchdown to come back and win this game.
This was very similar. Everything's eerily similar to Week 13. The Rams were driving down the field, and the defensive line made the play. Derek Brown got to the quarterback and made him fumble. Let's see what they do here.
They'll go trips to the right. Wide left, Higbee. Snap waist high for Stafford. Sets the pocket. Throws far side Adams. 50. Juking outside the numbers 49 and down to the 48. Lathan Ransom squashed him after a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 for the Rams. 1:45 to go and 3 timeouts for both teams. Shotgun again, quickly to the line. Twins left, including Adams. Nakua to the right. Snap to Stafford, back at the 45. Throwing down the middle. It's caught 35-yard line. Nakua, and he drives forward to the 30. It's a gain of 18 on the 10th catch today for Puka Nakua.
I mean, there's been really no deference to allowing both Davante Adams and Puka Nakua to kind of run free off the line of scrimmage here on this drive. They're already to the 30-yard line with a minute 12 to go.
Nakua off the field. Tutu Atwell in, slot left. First down. Snap to Stafford, throwing down the middle, dropped by Adams. He braced for the catch, tried to double back a little bit, and he could not haul it in at 1:04 to go in the fourth. Second down and 10 coming up. It would have been close to a 10-yard gain.
I mean, you got to give Carolina some credit. They're not moving off their spot of playing straight zone coverage because these wide receivers are walking into these zones. Davante Adams kind of bent to the ground and it almost got into his hip, and that's why he dropped it.
No Nakua still. Scrimmage the 30. Scorton up at the line. Stafford rushes to the line to change the play. Talking to Kyron Williams. Out of the shotgun, 5 to snap. Stafford takes it. Back in 3. Throwing far side. Got a completion to the 20-yard line. It is a first down to Mumfield. Just his 11th catch. He had 2 targets the first 10 games of the year. Kanate Mumfield, the rookie out of Pitt. From the 19, it's a first down. Out of the shotgun, Stafford looking down the middle, launching to the right side. A reach and grab at the pylon. Parkinson hauls it in. Oh, man. Colby Parkinson using all of that 6'7" frame right at the fringe of the field to bring it in high. It's a Rams touchdown. 38 seconds to go to take the lead around Trayvon Merrick. A dance step leading to seismic activity on the ground, and Parkinson gives the Rams the lead.
I mean, this looked like he was throwing it away, to be honest with you. And he puts it about as far out to the left side as you can. And Parkinson just goes up from 6'7", like you said, turns into a 7-footer with the catch radius, makes it, and then stumbles into the end zone.
Mevis for the extra point. And that is good. The Rams, relentless offensively. The most passing touchdowns in the league by 12 coming in. They chuck it down the field against the Panthers, and it's 34-31 Rams, 38 seconds to go. This kickoff will be huge. Stay tuned for part 2 of our NFL wildcard playoff doubleheader on Westwood One. The Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Ryan Radke, Mike Golick will have all the action live from Chicago, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on most of these same Westwood One stations via the NFL and Westwood One Sports app, on Alexa-enabled devices or online at our website, westwoodonesports.com. Remember, if the ball doesn't land in the landing zone, the line of scrimmage is the 40. If it's a touchback, it's the 35. And so, Ethan Evans, who only had 4 touchbacks coming in, will tee it up at the 35. 38 seconds to go. 3 timeouts for Carolina. They won on a 4th down touchdown to Tetaroa McMillan against the Rams in Week 13. Do they have one more trick in the bag? Dowdle and ETN back, and the ball yet again falls because of the wind. Best laid plans as always. This highly intense game can be deeply affected by a 20-mile-an-hour wind gust. So the holder, Mevis, is on. The approach and the chip from Evans, and he launches inside the 5. Beautiful kick. ETN up the hash marks 20. To the 25. He's outside the numbers to the 28, scrambling out of bounds. So the Panthers will go from the 28-yard line, first down and 10. Fitzgerald's career long is 57, the rookie out of Florida State by way of the state of Georgia. That would put him at the 40-yard line.
Plenty of time with the timeouts to get into that position. He hit a couple past 60 going this direction in warm-ups because of the wind. So that will give you a better idea of his ability with what the conditions are at this moment.
He's got McMillan wide to the right against Forbes. Two receivers to the left, including Horn, and Tremble in motion right to left. Young takes the snap. 30 seconds to go. He tiptoes in the pocket. He rolls to the left. He reaches back. He fires over curl, incomplete. That lost 7 seconds on the clock, and the pressure from Jared Verse ended up hurrying Bryce Young. 25 seconds to go. Rams by 3.
And the pressure pushes him to his left side, and as he vacates the pocket to his left side, both of his receivers were on in-breaking routes. So everything was going away from where he wanted to go. Had to just throw it away, and like you said, that took 7 seconds off precious clock time.
They'll go empty here. Second down and 10 from the 28, trailing by 3. The rain has just started. Let's see if it's ominous rain. Snap to Young. 4-man rush. Young almost gets there. Bryce Young rolling to the left at the 20. Loads up to throw. He does. It's incomplete. He was very close to the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball. He was not in front of it. They say it's third down and 10. That lost 8 seconds. 17 seconds to go. The Rams by 3.
It's tough to imagine for how much Bryce Young scrambles around back there. His receivers don't do a very good job of the scramble drill. They don't get to places to open up and try to make them. Both those two plays here to start this drive have put them in a tough position.
They realistically have something like 3 or 4 plays with 3 timeouts. Young and Verse wide splits at the line, ready to rampage to the quarterback. Snap to Bryce Young. Pressure coming up the middle. He throws far side. Incomplete. Too much for Horn, who threw his body at the ball at the 45. It's incomplete. Fourth down and 10. 12 seconds to go for Carolina in the ebony uniforms. Let's see if they have a first down in them to try to prolong this game.
Kobe Turner just kept pushing and pushing, and because of that, it forced Bryce Young to let it go just a little bit early, and Jimmy Horn couldn't get out of his break and get to that ball.
Bryce Young out of the shotgun. Trips left, including Tremble, the tight end, and a timeout called by the Rams. You can't take those on the plane with you. So Sean McVay uses a timeout. 12 seconds to go. Panthers trailing by 3. And we let you know the copyright of today's broadcast of the NFL playoffs on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. Can Bryce Young, who has 12 game-winning drives in his very short 3-year career, figure out a way to get a first down and then at least get into field goal range? They need realistically about 30 to 35 yards to get into field goal range.
It's going to be tough, but they have to pick up a big chunk here. I would say anywhere from 15 to 20 yards. Not only picking up the first down, but yardage as well.
From the 28, McMillan wide to the right. Fourth down and 10. Snap to Young. He's back in 5. He throws. It is dropped by Horn. He reached down to his ankles, couldn't haul it in. And the coverage from Quentin Lake to sink the Panthers. They do have 3 timeouts, but only 7 seconds. And so the Rams get a stop when they need it. And the Panthers, who just kept soldiering on, may have met their match and their end here at home.
Jimmy Horn Jr. on the run to his right, just as the ball reaches his hands. A little low, don't get me wrong, on the run, but his eyes go upfield, looking to run before he catches the football. And therein lies the problem and the end here for the Carolina Panthers. What a honorable effort by this team, but ultimately the experience won out.
Yeah, a team that has so much time on task as Stafford's going to walk to the line, flanked by Smith and Williams to set up a kneel down. Stafford steps back, tiptoes, chops his steps, takes a knee at 3 seconds. The Panthers won't take a timeout, and the Los Angeles Rams come here to Carolina, take a big uppercut in the fourth quarter, and respond in a big way for a playoff win to open NFL wildcard weekend. 34-31 in Carolina.
Wow. What a way to start it. This Panthers team played incredibly hard. They just did. They just, first time jitters, the things that come with it, the pressure. Sometimes you just kind of are stoned in terms of a team doing exactly the same thing they did all game. playing that zone defense, and Matthew Stafford just carved it up ultimately on the final drive that get him the game winner. What a throw, too, to Parkinson.
I think about the Matthew Stafford arc this year, right? They don't know if he's going to be ready for week one with the back injury and everything. Like, he battled through it, talked to the trainers night and day, try to make sure he could be on the field. He hits his hand as he's following through in the second quarter of this game. He was 8 for his first 9. It took 23 passes to get his next 8 completions in this game, but he found a way. Veteran leadership, year number 17. Sean McVay, who's talked so much about responding and adjusting in the postseason, and what he's learned, they did it with that run game.
They did, and you're perfectly right. They adjusted. They responded with 13 personnel for 2 solid drives that ultimately got it done. Took up a lot of time, got them in the end zone, and then when the biggest play needed to happen, Matthew Stafford stepped up and got the man coverage on the perimeter on a safety. The coverage was great, all right? I don't want anybody to think that this coverage was not spectacular. The throw was better, the catch even more better that got him in the end zone.
Colby Parkinson's touchdown gives the Rams the win, 34-31. Time to select their defensive player of the game, sponsored by Allstate. You've never been in better hands. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today. Who you got?
It was Mike Jackson. He just was spectacular on the perimeter. He limited the likes of Puka Nacua and Davante Adams in particular. And ultimately, when it came down to the end, Matthew Stafford knew it. He wasn't going to go back at Mike Jackson. He went at a safety. Mike Jackson is your defensive player of the game.
A lot of former Rams in this game for Carolina in that secondary, but it was all Los Angeles in the end. 34-31, your final score. All right, let's check the final numbers. Sponsored by Sleep Number. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time only at Sleep Number or sleepnumber.com. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdowns, 304 yards. He did throw the 1 interception, but Puka Nacua, when it counted, 111 yards and a touchdown on 10 grabs. Davante Adams was huge in big spots as well, 5 for 72. And the Rams, even though they were 3 for 13 on third down, get the victory because of Kyren Williams, fourth-year man out of Notre Dame, 15 touches, none bigger than that angle route into the end zone. Kyren, congratulations, first of all.
Sir, thank you. I appreciate that.
Did you know, as the huddle broke, that it was going to be you on that touchdown?
Yes, 1,000%. I was the first read on that play. Me and Coach McVay, we have been talking about it back and forth in dialogue and practice, and he just trusted and believed me to go make that play. And I took what he said during practice. I kept it in the back of my head, and I went to go make that play. So, shout out to the guys out in front of me to make sure that that gets done, and then but shout out to Coach McVay for his belief in me to go do it.
When this team needed to kind of adjust and get back to doing what they do best, they showed up in 13 personnel with you in the backfield, and they just started running the football. And that was the difference maker that got to it. How do you guys kind of adjust and know when you put the big guys up front there that you're going to do the job?
I think it's all about, like you said, the trust and belief of each and everybody on that team, on our team and the squad in front of us to go make sure that those blocks and those reads are going to happen. And as a running back, they make it easy for me, man. They make it easy to be patient. They make it easy to press it and just hit those holes where they need to be hit.
Matthew Stafford said what at the beginning of that drive?
We're going to go score. No matter what, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're about to go score. We got the best quarterback in the world leading us. There's no doubt.
I watched you play, and I knew you were going to be an NFL running back. It was on a Sunday night in Notre Dame versus Clemson, and they brought the house, and you were so good at pass protection.
Yes, sir.
It's a reason why you got on an NFL roster, and you've developed into this great player. Talk to us a little bit about tonight when they did start bringing those blitzes in the second half, how you guys stood up to it and made the difference.
It was easy. They gave me a tip in the beginning of the game. I told them coaches not to come talk to me. They came and talked to me, and they said that pass pro doesn't matter. So when I knew the Panther coach come over and told me that, I said, okay, bet they're going to try to blitz me the whole game. First freaking play from the line of scrimmage, somebody came and blitzed, and I put him on his butt. And after that, it was a mentality ever since then. It was just, man, I hope you would blitz me.
Hey, that's the kind of energy we need on Wild Card Weekend, man. Kyren, thank you. Congratulations. Kyren Williams, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome. That is awesome.
I mean, it's a true story. I was watching that game, Notre Dame versus Clemson in South Bend, and Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator for Clemson at the time, he brought everybody. all game long, and Kyron Williams, the lone running back there, stood up to all that pressure and just stoned people the entire game. And I remember talking to my wife about it, and I'm going, that dude's going to be an unbelievable world football player, because when you can pass protect that as a running back, you're going to make a roster. And he's done it for 5 years, and now brought what he brings to the table physicality-wise, catching the ball out of the backfield. He's what an NFL running back is supposed to look like and do, and it's been so special to watch it.
And he sends the Rams to round 2. Final score, 34-31, Los Angeles over Carolina in an emptying Bank of America Stadium. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.
Starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time or trying something new can be hard, but in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With playoff matchups every weekend and hoops action almost every single night, it never stops. Start the new year right with Prize Picks by getting $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Simply pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and submit your lineup. Prize Picks has early payouts too. You now have the option to cash out of those lineups before the game even finishes. You can also copy lineups with one click with the new social feed feature. Don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today, use the code PRIMETIME, and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
With NFL Plus, watch every playoff game live on mobile. Stream 24/7 NFL Network and get expert analysis and live shows. Listen to live game audio and more. And with NFL Plus Premium, never miss a game with game replays and track advanced analytics powered by next-gen stats with NFL Pro. And for a limited time, save 40% on an annual NFL Plus subscription. Offer ends February 16th. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
Time now for the opening kickoff. From kickoff to the final whistle, hear Westwood One's exclusive play-by-play of every primetime NFL game. Great job pushing for the first down. That is a first down. First and goal at the 3. NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One. In overtime, 4-man front, receiver in motion, low snap, he runs and he throws, caught, touchdown, it's caught. Westwood One, the home of NFL play-by-play. 30, the 20, far side 10, listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
Welcome back to the NFL playoffs on Westwood One. It's time for our Wrangler highlight of the game.
From the 19, it's a first down. Out of the shotgun, Stafford looking down the middle, launching to the right side. A reaching grab at the pylon. Parkinson hauls it in. Oh, man. Colby Parkinson using all of that 6'7" frame right at the fringe of the field to bring it in high. It's a Rams touchdown, 38 seconds to go to take the lead around Trayvon Merrick. A dance step leading to seismic activity on the ground, and Parkinson gives the Rams the lead. That's a highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. Here's to the early risers, the go-getters. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. Wrangler for the ride of life. Look, it's a well-stocked tight end room, right? They had to do an expansion in the offseason. They had to add like a patio or a sunroom or something. They got so many of them. They run 13 personnel a third of the time, 3 tight ends. It's very fitting that a tight end would trampoline them into the next round.
I mean, it's incredible what they're able to do. They could go 14 personnel when Terrence Ferguson is healthy. That's how good they are, you know? They just figured it out that they needed to get back to what got them there, and so they lined up in 13 personnel with 3 tight ends, shifted in both Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams with Blake Corum as well as Kyron Williams, and then ran the football. And then when the biggest moment needed to happen, late in the game, they get 2-man coverage with the safety on the 6'7" Parkinson, and Matthew Stafford puts the ball where only his guy can catch it. It was great coverage. In fact, it was so good, I thought the ball was being thrown out of bounds. But to your point, 6'7", goes up, gets it, pulls it around, and gives them the game-winning touchdown to advance them to the second round and divisional round of the playoffs.
All 9 of his touchdowns this year have come in the last 12 games for Colby Parkinson. They've found him. They've found magic with these 3 tight ends. And I don't know, anybody wants to play Sean McVay and his pass game and that whole nutty professor thing going on. They can just carve you offensively.
And it's going to come down to what happens tonight. If the Packers are able to get it done, that sets up something much differently for the Rams.
Ryan, it is such a pleasure sharing football with you, my friend.
I love you, man.
Oh, I love you too. Have a good one. Hope
You
your
too.
back feels better. Final score, 34-31. The Rams with the win over the Carolina Panthers to move on. You've been listening to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL playoffs. Today's broadcast has been sponsored by Wrangler, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Progressive Insurance, and by the NFL app. Stay tuned for Game 2 of our NFL Wild Card Playoff doubleheader. Up next, the Bears host the Packers in Chicago. Been a while there, too. Now for Ryan Leaf and Scott Graham, our entire crew, Jason Benetti, thanking you for joining us. You've been listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.